Okay, hello, welcome back to Elsewhither. We've got our shit sorted. Nice to see you all, and to see you nice. Last time we were on the road to Shumar. Can anybody tell me what happened last session? Where did we start? Always the most difficult question.
That's the most difficult one. I can't remember where we started, actually.
At the farmers, right? Because we just got dealt dealing with the revenant spawn thing.
Was that really last session?
Yeah,
we
began with a ritual from Corrie, I believe.
Yep. And we
ritual
cleansed the
include?
land. We saw
that.
stones and water and constellations and stuff.
I more meant the thing you were saying first. What was it achieving?
Yeah, it was removing the revenant from the land and allowing the spirits to kind of pass on into the afterlife to free them of their revenge need.
Mm-hmm. Once you've done that, you guys stayed in the farmers for the evening, and as you headed off to the west, our good friend, who I always want to call Cecilia, and that is just not her name. Eileen. Our good friend Eileen came out last, and over the course of the wagon ride and the journey, you discovered something. What had Eileen done?
Oh, nothing. Eileen did nothing.
I believe it is now common all-party knowledge.
Oh, I think
some of us found out.
She had poisoned the farmer man who had killed the previous family.
Yeah, exactly that. She poisoned that man. She gave him karmic justice, and he died. You guys got attacked on the road. By what?
Nasty little bugs.
You're not.
Wait. Why was it karmic justice?
He had murdered the family of the people who lived there originally. And they had subsequently rose as revenants of his family.
Wait.
He lived there originally.
He lived there originally. They moved in, squatted in his house.
He lived there originally. He came back, found people squatting in his house. They refused to leave. He killed them all.
Yep.
I thought then when they rose, they then killed his family.
They did kill all his family except him. And
then she poisoned him.
Eileen decided that he, having killed the other family, deserved to die too.
He was like the last.
Even though him losing his family wasn't payment enough.
Yeah, pretty much. She just offed him.
Yeah, pretty much.
She believed it was karmic justice. I'm not defending her actions.
She wanted it to be like an even sort of, like a.
I just this was already the most complicated, other than helping that woman back in the bigger town. This was like the most complicated moral question we've ever dealt with, and look how much worse it would have been if Josh were here.
It would have been so much worse.
Regardless, all of them are dead, so there's nothing left to do with them, and
Boxxo was totally cool with it.
And Boxxo was great with it. He was fine.
Yeah.
He had no problem with any of the actions at all. Everything was breezed by because he doesn't get to say anymore because he didn't watch last episode. Anyway, as you guys headed on to Shumar, you were beset upon by sturges. Sturges are basically big mosquitoes. It wasn't a particularly hard fight, and for the most part, you could kill them in one blow. However, two of you got bitten. That was Toothy and
Vel'zekiss.
Yes, I remember you bit your arm. That did happen. Live on last session. What was the result of this bite?
They
implanted eggs.
Infection, infestation, one of the two.
Yes, they infestificated. That's the word I like to use. They infestificated them. They buried their eggs in them. And you began to lose hit die. I think it was when you got to 0 hit die, you would have lost death saves 1, 2, and 3, and then you would have exploded from within.
Something.
A rather brutal fight. This was all because somebody rolled a nat 1 on the D100, right?
Yeah, that was Joe.
So
Rico, right?
The nat 1, I think it was Joe. The nat 1 on the D100 gives you a very dangerous fight. And this was this particular one. Luckily, you were cruising on into Shumar, where there was already a certain mystery prepared for you. And that certain mystery happened to involve a level 11 Cleric. And that was not... That was just pure chance, by the way. Like, that mystery in Shumar was always there in Shumar. Because it was always said in those two inns. What was the problem? What was the group's problem that you were able to aid them with in exchange for aid for yourselves?
They had released a demon onto this plane, a Balor onto this plane after reading from an evil magical book.
Yeah, Naughty Bard read the book without consulting everybody else, and basically tried to kill them all. Yeah, where were they? Where were these people? Where were they staying?
They were at the Brushstroke Inn.
Oh, you can go ahead and take a D6 for that. That is some excellent
Wow.
Yeah.
Good on you.
But I don't remember the name of the bar, except that it was book themed.
What was interesting about the Brushstroke Bread and Breakfast? Does anybody remember anything about it?
It was all art
didn't
based.
Wasn't it like everything was painted that
Yeah,
came
the
alive?
door was painted, and when you touched the painting, it came alive, and you entered through it. It was all paintings of illusions. The other place that you went to during your travels, where you first met these guys, was the Peace and Quiet. The Peace and Quiet was a very large cocktail bar with a tavern/library, and everywhere you went, there were 3 floors of books and comfy seats and desks and writing desks and all sorts. And everybody kept telling you to be quiet. However, there was a rather good cocktail menu there, which I have shared for Josh's benefit on the screen, including drinks such as the Catcher in the Rye Whiskey, The Last Word, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margarita, and The Lion, the Witch, and the Whiskey. As you actually decided to return here victoriously later on and party inside the Dome of Silence, which was a pretty cool thing to do. But before you partied, you had to solve problems. How did Vel'zekiss and Toothy get their problems solved?
Very painfully.
Yeah, what did she do to you?
She performed surgery.
She did. She performed open surgery. She laid open. I think both of you got bitten on the right arm. Is that right? Was that? It was a weird situation where you both rolled the same number on the d6. And luckily, because I think Jack had been talking about scratching his arm, and Vel'zekiss bit his arm in an attempt to get the eggs out. Because that's just totally normal.
Bite back.
Right, yes, that's exactly how that works. But anyway, she basically laid open your arms and then used little tiny needles to pull everything out. It was pretty grim, but we succeeded. And in return, you then went and helped them with a Balor. And how did you deal with the Balor? Well, you didn't. How did she deal with the Balor, and what did you do to aid her?
She was chanting something.
Yeah, so if the demon was raised from the book, the people who raised it can banish it sort of at will. It wouldn't be able to make a save. But she was very nervous about banishment because she'd had bad experiences with demons before. Therefore, you all bolstered her with bardic inspiration and guidance, and Vel'zekiss laid out a escape plan of teleportation for her.
Yeah.
You sort of... Go on.
Did someone not run distraction, on the Balor?
That was to get
that was
the
when they
book
were getting
out.
the bag.
That was
it's a bag. The bag. That's the right. The surgery bag. I think was it Toothy and
It was me.
It was Toothy and somebody
I
went.
was there, but I didn't do anything.
Toothy and the rogue from the other party, I believe. Were the two members.
Okay.
Did we get the names of the other party? I have them written down somewhere.
They're the beautiful butterflies. The only one that I remember is Zord swings a sword.
Oh, here we go. Yeah. That sword swings a sword. I'm glad I could help. Yes, you had Killian Beaufort, the bard rogue multi-class, Corilla the cleric, Brandos and Zord, the 2 Goliaths, 1 barbarian, 1 fighter, and Jasalingra, who just goes by Jas, who was the gnomish wizard.
Yes.
You guys helped them, they helped you, you had a party afterwards, and in the morning is where we resume. Just a couple of reminders. You did get a couple of quests while you were there. Can anybody remember anything in particular that was happening here, or what the quests were?
The only thing that I distinctly remember was that we were given the book that summoned the Balor in the first place. We have the demon book.
So there's a note, poorly written from some trouble that's a meeting at the docks. Somebody's missing or something, and then I can't remember whether it's the person running the bar or the person running the inn is maybe a vampire.
Yeah, you had three quests. The first was, we are the Sildranic Society, a group of merchants and collectors, and our ship is due to return in the next day or two.
Yeah.
We are seeking strong caravan guards to escort us to Metella. Each guard receives 15 gold pieces and free meals until arrival. So, right, mind that's pretty decent money. Somebody slipped a note into Vel'zekiss? No, he wouldn't have cared. Corrie's pocket. I remember I was going to be Vel'zekiss because I knew he'd noticed, but then I was like, I don't think he's going to give a shit. So we put it into Corrie's pocket, saying rumors that say that Urkvul, the proprietor of the Peace and Quiet Inn, is a vampire. Please investigate and report to us quietly. Our own investigations have come to a halt as we are suspected, but you are new to the area and may have better luck. And the third quest was Oliver is missing. Please help me ask for Grom at docks. I give coins. And I believe you had settled on a decision to seek out Grom at the docks.
Yeah, we have some time.
Waiting for this thing.
Boat to arrive.
Yes.
Yeah. The caravan job doesn't start right away, and the vampire thing, I think we're sort of up in the air as to what we would want to even do about that. Like, who are we helping?
And I know that you had mentioned at the end of it last time about the chariot races, because it was like the end of Ariga's
It is Ariga's Day. There is chariot racing happening on the outskirts of town, yes.
I'm not interested in chariots, but I know other people, that was how they celebrated the holiday.
Do people gamble on the chariot racing?
Yes, they do.
I hope so.
Is that?
Sorry, I've lost my quest. I have a whole document about these quests, and I can't find it. Yes, people gamble on the chariot racing. But talk amongst yourselves for a second. It's not good.
What's gambling?
I have to explain these. Vel'zekiss, you take this one.
All right. You see, if there's some sort of competition or any sort of uncertain event, people place bets, wagers as to
game of a chance, things like these.
Whoever's correct about it earns money back.
It's one of those things that people with too much money end up doing because they don't want to give money out to people that need it, so they just throw it around at silly games.
But you can make a lot of money, you understand?
Boxxo lets out the biggest eye roll at what Corrie just said.
I actually think a lot of it is done by people who have too little money wishing for more, but doesn't make it intelligent.
Still don't quite understand why we need money.
Well, we had quite a long discussion last time, I think, about the fact that there's not as much food as necessary in a city. You see, you can't keep everything close to hand, and so you need something to maintain the value of a period of time.
Yeah, and I came up with the solution. You just spread out. There's too much people in one place.
Look, if you're talking about filling the numbers of the population, we could have a long conversation, but...
No, I'm talking about thinning numbers. What the hell are you on about?
Expediency, of course.
Just like, that's a lot of people in one place. I mean, sure, like, I guess it gets people together to, like, do amazing things. So I can see I can see the sort of the benefit there. Because, like, I mean, Vazra's, like, amazing.
Yes, yep. Even so, certain things require concentrations of not just people, but wealth. I mean, when I would try to put on a show in a village of 3 or 4 people, they don't have the excess money to bother with that sort of thing.
And they just, like, give you the things that the wealth gets?
No, because they had not enough even for themselves. They're usually too poor and hungry. What are they going to pass off their own dinners to me for putting on a simple show? Well, a very good show, but...
Did you do these shows for free?
No, that's the point. That's why I have to stick to the cities.
That's sad, because then the people who don't have as much money don't get to see your amazing show.
Sometimes there's spillover effects. If there's enough crowd that I'll get good tips, there might be some poor wretches who watch from the sidelines, but...
You're good, Josh.
Yeah, wait, sorry.
But I think perhaps you could admit this is a slight upside to getting people together.
And also, back when I was young, like, people would travel around to see Vel'zekiss' show. Like, the people in the villages that weren't getting their own shows, they would come into the city to see him.
Like they go
I
on a
love the way
walkabout.
that as this campaign goes on, Vel'zekiss
Walk
gets
out.
more and more famous in the past, right? He's not getting more famous within the campaign. It's
No.
just tales of what he did before this campaign just grow larger and larger. You know, when I was reading a book about the Garrick Northlands in 675, Vel'zekiss' show was attracting.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
If anything, he's becoming a has-been the more this goes on.
That fits. That feels like it fits though.
Oh, dear me. It's such silliness.
He's a washed up.
Yeah, I could adapt it. He's not going out for bigger power at his prime. He's like, oh shit, I can't do this anymore because I'm washed up. Yeah.
Oh dear. Anyway, yeah. Are you heading somewhere? Are you? I think the question was, are you going to the races?
We go to the races.
Why are we going to the races?
A day at the races with the Marx brothers.
So basically, it's Auriga's day. Auriga is the god of travel, and on Auriga's day, lots of villages and towns celebrate. You missed this last week, so I'll explain it now. By having these chariot races that are incredibly dangerous. So basically, it's two chariots, and they're on like a curved hit, a bit like the Wall of Death, but not quite as tilt. And they race until basically one of them falls off. And then the other one wins. It's quite dangerous. It doesn't... they're pulled by lots of different creatures, but traditionally by horses, of course. Yeah, it can be a bit of a spectacle. And I totally forgot about it during the last 2 weeks. So I really don't have anything prepped. So if you want to go, it's going to be fly by the seat of our pants, stick some music on, and talk about it. Or you could just go, do you know what? We've got important business. Oliver is missing.
Yeah.
Let's do the things.
I have relatively
You have
little
important
interest in
business.
going to see a spectacle that doesn't involve me.
Yeah,
There it is. That
you're the real spectacle.
Yes.
Perhaps we have spread our notoriety doing a good deed and help this small child find his friend.
Josh,
How
How can you tell it's a small child?
Yeah.
Look at his writing.
Maybe he just is not good at writing.
I suppose you're correct.
Maybe they're just like me and they've only learned to write very recently.
So a big child.
James, what do we know about vampires in this world? Obviously, like me and Jack know a little bit more because of Friday.
Yeah, I've sort of... I've got to answer this question so many times.
Vampires are bad,
I
okay?
keep saying this like over and over again. No, vampires are not necessarily bad.
Vampires everywhere.
So, there's a few rules with vampires. First of all, they are traditionally not evil creatures. You do get evil vampires, but you also get not evil vampires. Vampires can survive with the blood of only animals, but tend to become feral over time if they do that. If they never drink the blood of humans, they get more and more sort of crazed and driven for blood until eventually there are problems. There are vampires who have arrangements where they will drink the blood of humans that is donated in smaller amounts. There are some vampires who try and creep in and drink people's blood during the night without them knowing to stop these, and there are vampires that go around just killing people and enjoy it thoroughly and chop them all up and, flay them alive and drink their blood and party. So they're a wide spectrum. You would know that a stake through the heart is a good way to kill a vampire because it stops them from transforming. Powerful vampires can transform into a black mist or a cloud of bats, or a single bat, or their vampire form. Those are usually the 4 forms of vampires. You would know that silver is more effective against them than other weapon types. Garlic does absolutely nothing. They don't see themselves in the mirror. They are affected by sunlight, but the older the vampire, the more likely they are able to survive in it. Truly ancient vampires can walk amongst the sun if they have to, but only for a short space of time. Vampire spawn will die instantly if they are exposed to sunlight. You would know that vampire spawn are usually under the control of a vampire lord or vampire master until they drink the blood of a vampire master, much akin to what you would know from Baldur's Gate Forgotten Realms lore.
Do they need permission to enter?
Do not need permission to enter people's houses, no. That is not a thing in this world. Any other weird vampire
Running water?
Yes, so they can cross running water, but they cannot. Most vampires would struggle to leap over it or swim through it. They would need passage across it on a bridge or boat. Sort of. They just need a level of separation, I guess, is the way to put it.
Okay, so this vampire may not be evil.
No, not at all. One thing you do know is that in towns and villages and cities, vampires should be reported to. Usually, the local church should be aware of any undead activities within the area. So, you would assume that if they are looking for them, they do not know where they are. They're not being reported, effectively.
What do I know about vampires? Because as far as there's no real or Aboriginal vampire lore, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
so I don't know what to draw upon.
You may have heard of these creatures that drink blood in the night, and probably mythical information. Anything Jack has heard about vampires, Toothy might have, heard through word of mouth, but you definitely wouldn't know anything as definite, and you would never have encountered one.
Okay, because we don't have vampire bats in Australia. We have mainly fruit bats, and they're just like dogs with wings. They're really cute.
We have vampire bats either.
Yeah,
we have vampires. Buffy.
Maybe it was said there. The Seekers Guild. Do we know what they're likely to do with this information? Like, what are they?
So the Seekers Guild tend to be asked to find people for particular reasons or things for particular reasons. So the Seekers Guild might be employed to find a strange lost silver artifact from millennia ago in a dark cave, or they might be asked to track down a notorious killer. Usually it is an air of mystery to it. It's something that cannot be found. That is usually what the Seekers Guild is for. But if the Seekers Guild are interested, you would assume that they have a reason to be interested. They don't just want to find out this guy's a vampire because why not? And they wouldn't want to blackmail or anything like that. It is likely that there is some sort of allegation against him or something like that, there must be a reason for them to be seeking. And
the Seekers Guild has outsourced this thing to us.
Well, you don't... Yeah, they put a note in your pocket. You don't know who they were in terms of the area, in terms of the places. The nearest Seekers Guild is probably in Tamrakas, or Mazrea. So quite far away.
Okay.
And in the note, they say that they're suspected, like the person investigating is like come under scrutiny, so they're asking us because we're new.
Exactly that. They've got caught snooping through the cellars or through the books or something like that, or they've asked too many questions, and they need somebody with a fresh approach. And that would be why they've outsourced, as you so put it.
Like,
just to confirm, we've asked all those questions about vampires, but we're not going to deal with a vampire right now, are we? We're going to deal with a child that may be a big child who can't write.
I think it was. I was asking because I'm questioning whether we ever deal with that one, and I just wanted to confirm at least my own opinion.
And then Josh asked about vampires, and then it spiraled. I get that, but I was just just to confirm that's not actually what we're thinking of doing right now.
No.
Cool. Okay. Let's go to the beach, docks. Let's go get away.
Is this the next morning now?
No. Well, maybe. It was 6:30 in the evening when we left off. So I don't know. Is it the next day? Do you guys want to just go back to... Well, you haven't found a room or anything, so that would be... It's 6:30 in the evening. What do you want to do? There we go. I turn it to you. You have...
I'm hungry. Oh,
We just had a party.
I'm still hungry.
You guys did eat at that party, but a reminder the party was in the afternoon because they needed to get off before the evening.
Yeah. No, I'm good to go.
Can I just double check
used
you
a couple
guys can't
spells.
hear anything?
No, I can't hear
Yes.
anything.
Okay, cool.
No.
Alright, as you were.
Shall we go see about Oliver and ask for Grom at the docks?
It's not too late
Yeah.
in the evening. Don't see why not.
There's 4 Groms.
Oh, maybe they're brothers.
All named Grom.
Maybe the parents have memory problems.
So why are you encouraging this?
Because he can't read or write, so he doesn't fully understand
Oh, Boxxo can't.
the... No, this is established.
Hey, my bad. Right.
Because a certain cleric was going to teach me, but that certain cleric
Dead as fuck.
exists.
And this one is not doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
You could teach him to read by stealing things and leaving notes as to their whereabouts in his bag.
I don't think that's how teaching works.
You'll learn, damn it! Yeah, as you head down to the docks in Shamar are quite busy for such a small town. It's quite a picturesque dock. But there are quite a lot of merchant ships that stop here, so I'm going to take us very briefly to the world map and then come back to here. And I'm also going to take stream there. Let's go here and here and here. Might take a second to load. So, a lot of ships will bring stuff to Metella. From Metella, they'll be taken all the way down the river. And you can't see that, but this river does go all the way through here. To Fedin, where they'll be taken off to Dargle Imvar. And they can also be shipped from Lahas. That's the capital, but they'll also be taken all the way down the river to Tamrakas and Janos, the big cities of the town. A lot of smaller ships smaller but still business ships, merchant ships, can't afford to dock at Metella. Metella is very expensive. So instead, it is easier for them to dock at Shumar and have things taken down the river. You know that this is the case with your particular caravan group that you may be assisting. Secondarily to this, there are a lot of people on the way out that will come to Shumar if they are looking for personal transport as opposed to merchant transport. So a lot of boats that are going to... We're now going to jump to another map. That are going to head off to Beldania. So this is where Shumar is. They may go from here as opposed to going from Vazra. Vazra is a huge port. It can be very, very expensive. It will be much cheaper to get yourself aboard a ship here and go over to Beldania and risk the edge of the Straits of Darkness. A reminder that ships almost never sail from Gallania to Kalan because the waters are incredibly dangerous. There are some that would attempt it down the south, but for the most part, you'll see them head all the way across the land. It's not 212 feet, just to clarify. A little further than that from one all the way across the world. But you get a lot of sort of individual and smaller transport vehicles from here as well. So Shumar, quite a big dock. But as you arrive down there, you'll see what the sort of waterfront begins with a bit of a run-down area. Lots of wood dock that sort of juts out like teeth almost for different boats to come and visit. And you'll see there is a little harbour master's office out here and warehouses. This is clearly the working area of the dock. As you look down the waterfront leading out to the peninsula, you will see that it becomes stone, and this beautiful stone peninsular harbour has lots of sort of fancy restaurants and little boutique hotels. You actually just come from there. That's where the Brushstroke Inn is set up on the hill looking down over that dock. You would have had to walk all the way down here to the wooden dock and then back down. And where you are in this current area with this wooden dock, you'll see lots of rough-looking taverns. The warehouses have sort of run-down buildings nearby. There is a sort of... It doesn't feel dangerous, but it's not a pleasant place to be. It's a little more aggressive than the other areas you'd be. And as you get down here, what are you doing?
Do we just ask around, or don't think this
Seems like a good idea.
There's four of
Do we
them.
see?
I'll just start shouting, Grom! Grom!
Yeah, that's not a bad strategy, actually, weirdly enough. After a short moment, a young boy runs up to you, sort of bare feet slapping on the wooden dock. Comes over, looking for Grom.
Yeah, are you
He
Grom?
don't hang around here. He's further up. Take to him if you want. Copper piece.
Oh, okay. I'll give him a copper.
You hand him a copper. He snatches it in his hand and he runs off.
Quick,
Oh,
after
wait up! I'll start chasing.
Okay. Give me an athletics check. Straight up athletics. What's your movement speed, Boxxo? Is it 30? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. That's fine.
But I can climb if it helps.
It will help. Give me an athletics check.
Are you sure if I do cartwheels instead of running, can it be acrobatics?
Give me an athletics check. Damn it.
Nat 20.
Ooh.
See? Not all that bad. Yeah, within moments, you were just a bit too ready for this. You chase off. He tries to clamber over this pile of barrels, but he's too small, and then you just sort of climbing speed, come over and just grab him back. And he sort of looks up and... Should never pay till the job's done, you know. Alright, fine.
I didn't know the job wasn't done. You said you was gonna take us.
Yeah. You should pay when you get the goods. That's what merchants say.
I'm not a merchant.
Bombs this way. I won't run again. Promise.
Okay.
You just let him go.
Yeah.
Okay. He walks quite calmly forwards. And he'll lead you down the dock a little way. To where you see there's sort of a tavern, and it's on stilts over the water. And he'll show you where there's like a sort of sideways entrance that leads sort of almost under the tavern into sort of just above the water. There's these secondary level of wooden dock where there's lots of things stored. You would assume that it's storage for the tavern above, but he knocks on the side of one of the very large boxes. Does it in a sort of little sort of code knock, and then the door opens. And a little boy looks out. He's got tousled red hair. He looks a little elfin in nature. Yeah? What do you want?
Are you Grom?
Mom's me. You can go, Tom.
I try and look over his shoulder to see if there's three
The boy
other.
runs off. There is
brothers that
only
look
one
just
person
like
in
Pietro.
this box.
Pietro's just gonna be like,
Before the other boy runs off, Corey would like to pass him 2 more copper.
It's reward a thief.
He looks at you. He looks at you. Corey. What's that for? What do you want?
I've done the same hustle back in my day. You did good in showing us here. I know you were caught, but thank you.
He snatches the coins, looks at you very suspiciously, and then runs off.
Yeah, I turn to Corrie. But back in your day, does that mean you no longer do it? You're no longer gonna steal from people?
I no longer do that particular...
I ain't got nothing to steal. Brom says.
return back to Grom. You're looking for Oliver?
Yeah, you saw my note. Oh, I didn't know if it was written right. I got one of the old dock hands to write it, and I didn't know if he did it true, because he put it there weeks ago and no one came. Well, not week. No, I don't know. A while ago. Maybe 6 days. Oliver's gone missing.
He's been missing for 6 days?
Sometimes he goes for a few hours. Never a whole day. Now, 6.
I have to ask a question. Yes.
Sorry, what was that, Vel'zekiss?
Who or what is Oliver?
Oliver's, he's fluffy like you, and he points to Toothy. And he's ginger like me, and he shows you his hair. He's very clever. He likes fish.
Oliver is
Are
your
we
cat.
locating a cat?
Yeah, Oliver's a cat.
Hold on a second. Wait, just 1 second.
Wait, a tabaxi or a cat?
No, a cat.
I have an orange Tabaxi sorcerer.
Nope, not a sorcerer. Definitely a cat.
That's called Oliver.
Really? Oh, Oliver,
I named it Oliver from Oliver and
exactly
Company.
Exactly that. Same orange cat.
Exactly that.
This one's a cat. He will go back into his little crate, and he comes out with a very dirty-looking seafaring pouch. He sort of opens it out, and he tips it out onto his hand. And there is 2 silver pieces, 5 copper pieces, and 2 rings, and a singular earring. The 2 rings both have gems, one red and one green. And the earring has multiple pale gems that could be diamonds and a large blue piece of glass in the middle. It looks expensive, he says. Give you it all if you bring Oliver back.
Is there any magic emanating from them? Can I just sort of wave my hand over?
Sniff
over
it.
just like, yeah.
You don't see that they're not glowing in any particularly unnatural way. You would have to inspect them more. He's very quick to snatch them back
Of course.
if you get even slightly close.
When was the last time you saw him?
6 days. He came. I had sardines.
And then he just went out the front door?
Sometimes he goes. He looks around his pile of crates and is like, "What do you mean front door?"
Well, we got in. Well, you know what I mean.
You're just standing here on the dock edge. But he likes those nets. He normally sleeps up there. And he'll show you like a pile of nets on a couple of crates a little way up. I think someone took him. Maybe he's hurt. We'll find him, right?
Of course we will.
We can try.
Because you're adventurers, right? You
Yep.
do lots of... This is your quest.
Yep.
How old is Oliver?
He never said.
Have you told like the locals or the guard that you're missing your pet?
I shouldn't talk to the guards. They're mean.
Well, why are they mean?
I'd have to ask them. Some of my friends, they look too, but I worry that they might want Oliver. Oliver's my cat, my friend.
Has he always been your cat?
I came when I found this place. He points to his crate. About 6 or 7 years now. Oliver was just small, like this, in my hand. And
Okay, so yeah, probably always been his.
and he was sick. He was gonna die. But I found him mint, and I found him fish. And now Oliver helps me, like I used to help Oliver.
Well, if we were to look for Oliver, do you have any suggestions as to where we should start?
All the places I know he goes, he hasn't been seen. But his favorite place to sneak into is upstairs. The tavern.
Okay. And
Have you been to check the tavern?
Don't go in. They hit me with a broom.
Okay.
Jesus.
That's not nice.
Oh,
Why did they hit you with a broom?
probably because I take their bread. I'm hungry.
Alright.
You
Bread's nice.
shouldn't steal.
Sometimes children need to steal to survive on the streets, Boxxo.
He's got money and rings.
This. It's 3 weeks
See?
food, maybe 4. And then what? No more food.
You could get a job.
And if I didn't steal, I wouldn't have the money either. Oh. I didn't steal the money! Hey, he sort of closed his hand.
Oh no! Get that on the recording.
Are you gonna look for Oliver or what?
My goodness. How big is Oliver?
He sort of demonstrates like a perfect cat-sized cat.
Okay, great. And if we found
He's got green eyes!
would you stop stealing?
No. Unless you're... No. No, because if I give you my coins for finding Oliver, then I won't have any coins. And I won't have any food.
No, but if we got you a job...
You don't know how
that
the
also
world
maybe
works, mister,
gave
do you?
So you just want to be a thief for the rest of your life?
Just like
That's
the
what
others.
that I'm offering. I'm
Like that stupid church lady.
I'm saying we could try and help you in your situation, but you don't want to.
You can? How can you help me?
I just said, what, like if we helped you get a job, maybe one that gives you some food too, like at a local tavern, would you stop thieving?
The problem that you run into, Boxxo, is that our little friend Grom here, I don't know if you've noticed the smell, is not have access to clean housing and clothes. And therefore, the inns don't want him around because they feel like he would drive away their customers. And so many children on the streets would do small chores. But oftentimes, it's easier for the establishment to beat them with a broom to drive them away because they want the paying customers there more.
So
Ellie
what's
got
the
a job at
solution
the
then?
Ellie got a job at the inn, and she gets her own room, but I think she has to share it with other people.
Well, would
That's
you
only
be
because
willing
she's
to
pretty,
do
and I'm
that?
not pretty.
Well, that's subjective. But if you also got if we found something like that, would you stop thieving? Because
I
you
don't think
want
the
to be
people
a
that
thief
share
for
a
the
room
rest
with
of your
Ellie treat her
life,
nice.
right?
Maybe if I could get a job on a boat. I like boats.
Okay,
But would
okay.
Oliver like boats? I can't leave Oliver behind.
Well,
Maybe when you found Oliver, we could talk about it. Because right now, Oliver's getting further and further away, and you're not.
Enough about how we could help you. You said the cat helps you. How the hell does the cat help you?
Hey, I help a
Special
lot.
cat.
Oliver catches fish. He brings them back. And then we both eat. And sometimes he distracts
You eat
people while
raw
I steal the bread.
fish?
Well, usually, I mean... I don't see a stove.
Well, on the one hand, this feels like an idiotically stupid, non-challenging thing we shouldn't get wrapped up in. On the other hand, I can't figure out how we'd actually do it, so it's sort of challenging in that sense.
Yeah. I have got a little note here that says, not sure how they solve this.
Yeah, it just says good luck.
Anyone got locate creature?
Right, I know, I don't.
Yeah, I know, I don't either.
One more question for you, Grom, before we leave. Do you remember anything that happened 6 days ago when Oliver went missing? Was there anything about that day that stands out?
Oh, the big ship came in. They threw lots of fish over the side, which was really wasteful. And, the old lady died. Her body was chucked into the water, which is horrible. What do you think? They should have buried her. Poor woman.
It is horrible.
Why does it matter if she sinks to the bottom of the ocean or if she's just buried beneath the earth?
Suppose. I get my fish from the same water that they put her smelly body in.
And don't fruit grow from the plants that are also in the same earth that the dead body is in?
There's no fruit down here. Oh, except that the other time there was a mango boat.
Mango.
But there were no dead bodies there.
The big boat that arrived, is it still here or did it
Yeah.
leave already?
And he points, and like all the way out to the edge of the harbour is effectively like a 2-story boat. Like it's very big for this area. And judging by the cargo nets, anybody got any sort of merchanty information-y stuff? If not, I will just take a bit of a trade check.
Yeah.
So just intelligence or wisdom. Straight roll. I don't think anybody would have proficiency in this.
13.
Yeah. Anybody think they might know a bit and want to try and beat that?
17.
I mean, I come from a family of merchants.
Can I assume
traveled all
that
along the
Pietro
coast.
rolled,
Masons.
Pietro rolled intelligence and Corrie rolled wisdom, is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
So, with your intelligence check, you would know that a boat of this kind, especially with the nets it has, tends to be a skinning boat. So they'll go out to the whalebone rocks and out to the lubbers, which are like very big sea lions, and they will rub them down and they will skin them, potentially taking ivory and skins for the money. They tend to be seasonal boats, so they'll go out for 3 or 4 months and they'll come back for 3 or 4 weeks. They would normally go to a more commercial dock, if that makes sense, or and a less expensive dock. For them to dock here, you would assume they had to. They didn't choose to. With your wisdom check, you will notice, Corrie, that you spend a lot of time around boats, and you do see that there is an area where the anchor sort of coming out, where you can see a large crack in the hull. So it looks like they may be here for repairs. You would also know with your 17 that Skinner's crew tend to be very, very rough people. They're often tattooed, head shaven, and quite violent. There's a lot of blood and guts involved in their work. A lot of time spent with knives. Actually, with the 17, I'll give you one more random piece of information. I don't know if this is any help, but they would never allow a woman to step foot on their boat. I don't know how that helps you look for a cat, but it's
good.
Information.
Cat's name is Oliver. So.
Mm-hmm. Not a woman.
Well, I'm sure we talked that through, like Corrie and Pietro.
Yeah.
Amongst.
Let everybody know the things.
Everyone has the information.
Mm-hmm.
Can we go inquire at the inn?
We split off, cover more ground.
Well, it's right there, right? We can poke our head in the door, find out if they've had any.
Ask if they've seen a orange cat.
They happen to murder a cat.
Let's go.
Oh, they murdered the cat.
So when
the cat might have been stealing from them.
When you head up there, you see the tavern. It's called the Rusty Anchor, and the door is sort of hanging slightly off its hinges. There is a large sort of board over where one of the shuttered windows would have been. Not remind the windows aren't glass. They're just, but the shutters are obviously broken, so they put a large board over it. And then about 9 foot up, you can see what looks to be the exact shape of a man as a hole through the wooden wall.
Like cartoonish, like
a
the frame of
yeah,
it.
exactly that. Yeah.
yeah, a cartoon of a bloody Looney Tunes thing.
I'm gonna walk through that.
You can't. It's 9 foot up in the air.
Oh, it's 9 foot up in the
Yeah.
air. I see.
The door's hanging off its
Can
hinges.
you
and it
levitate
creaks.
up there?
You can hear the sounds of very few patrons within. It seems very quiet tonight.
But it seems
I'll go
like the
first.
cat got stuck in here.
Pietro's gonna open the door with his
Okay.
telekinesis.
You sort of just move it in and go, and it sort of just hangs open for a while. You peer in. It's quite dark in here. And you will note there are sort of maybe 3 or 4 patrons dotted around. No one is sat next to anyone else. The barkeep sort of head down, looking towards the ground. Stands behind the bar. You can see that he's very well muscled. His skin's slightly grayish, and he has 2 very big ears, one of which looks like it's had a bite out of it, and a lot of earrings.
Excuse me.
What do you want? You don't belong here.
Why is that?
You all fancy, innit? A lot of you.
Am I?
I don't want no trouble.
We don't
I
want
had
any
enough
trouble.
trouble. And he points up towards the holes in his building.
We don't want any trouble either,
Yeah.
sir.
You here to buy a drink?
Actually, I wanted to ask you a few questions. But if I can buy a drink as well, if it helps.
Of course it helps.
How much
You're a
for-
big miss.
How much for an ale?
Drop a shot.
Give us 5.
Now we're talking.
Can I
he
buy
immediately
beer
starts.
juice?
Juice. What's that?
I'm just kidding. Beer's fine.
He pours out 5 ales from the barrel. It's a slightly muddy brown color. He takes the money. You don't have to pay me when it's less than a copper. He looks over at you and, right. You wanted to ask questions? Well, I find myself suddenly full of answers. What do you want?
Oh, that's great. Firstly, you don't happen to have a need for a really quick on his feet, hard-working young man, do you?
You want a job?
No, not for me. For someone else.
No.
Okay. The second point of question.
Just me and Veli here. No one else.
Okay. You don't need any help with anything.
No, little Nancy helps in the kitchen sometimes, but that's it.
Veli?
Nancy's Veli's niece.
Is that short for Vel'zekiss? Do you work here?
Who? What? What's a Zekiss? Veli works in the kitchen.
No
She's a
response.
cook.
No?
Get out of here! After a while, this woman sort of comes out. She's missing 3 teeth in the front of her face. She looks like, the rats have bitten her face for the last 20 years. She's got grey hair, like, matted to one side of her face. And she's holding sort of a slightly dirty, rusty spoon. What do you want?
Hey, Boxxo, I'm kind of hungry. Can I get something to eat?
You think you're toothy? I'll cook later.
Who are you calling Toothy?
I'm toothy.
What, you
Second
taking a
question,
piss?
please.
What do you want?
Nothing. Nothing, thank you. Nothing from you, thank you.
She looks up to the... What you call me for? Oath? He was asking if you want help in the kitchen. Nah. What, Nancy? I need her. No.
Have you seen an orange cat recently?
I ain't seen that in
This
6 or 7
size?
days. Used to come around every day, fucking thieving bastard. Nah. Not seen it in a week.
Do you know if it goes? Do you know if it goes anywhere else?
Fella up by Docks. New guy. He's running a crew. He's got cat. Also ginger.
But whereabouts can we find this?
6 doors down on the right. He's got a little front house. A little warehouse, you know.
Okay, thank you. Thank
That's
you.
all right. What's the pie? Made it today.
No, thank you.
Oh, all right. She sort of wanders off.
In my head, she looks like the chef from Matilda.
Well, she's modelled on Nan from what's her called? What's
Little
her name?
Britain.
No.
Oh no, from the Catherine Tate show.
Yeah, Catherine Tate show. So that's what she looks like in my head, but with a few less teeth.
Your impression reminded me of the mum from the Life of Brian.
Yes.
Oh, you never seen the Life of Brian? Oh, anyway.
Oh, me and pop culture just don't go together. I've never seen anything, watched anything, participated in anything. It's terrible. Anyway, yeah, you guys head out. I just do me.
Yep. Yeah, I'm good here.
Okay.
Hey, walk out.
You're looking for a cat.
Well, and some work, but that's fine. Yeah.
Well, thank you for your hospitality.
Right.
Good day.
Have we just left 5 eels on the side?
Yeah.
I'm
Basically,
sure the
like,
mouths are taken by Toothy, and that was the end.
Untouched.
Cool. You head out. Yeah, you can see the warehouse already from like where you're standing, because you'll see like there's a rundown tavern, then there's like an open dock house, then there's the harbour master's house, then there's another rundown tavern, then there's a brothel, and then there's a warehouse. It cannot be the only place she's.
Is this in the direction towards the big boat?
No, it isn't. It's even further into the rundown area.
Oh. See.
As we make our way there, I'd like to keep an eye out for any guards.
Yeah, no.
I'd like to keep an eye out for any cats.
You will not see any guards down here at all.
Okay.
You do see a couple of cats. None ginger.
None the
You
description.
see one stray white cat that's missing an ear. And you see a black cat that's sat on a crate that looks and stares at you judgingly. Bright green eyes.
I'll stare back at it.
It stares back at you. Doesn't break
Hello,
any
cat.
contact. Doesn't
Potentially staring at its master through its eyes.
Yes, there was once a time where all cats spoke in my campaigns. It was just a weird coincidence that we met 3 cats and all of them spoke, but yeah, this cat does not talk back. Cool. You're able to head down to this warehouse. It is very run down. It doesn't look like it's in use at all. It's a squat building, so almost all one story. There is a little section where there's a rise out of it that looks almost like a second building has been built on the top of it. It doesn't look like they're connected. It's like a separate little house shanty, really, built on the roof of this flat building. You will see that all of the open block windows have been boarded up. There's a huge set of double doors. You see a chain over, and there's a small side door that appears to be sort of doesn't quite fit in its setting. Give me a perception check, Corrie, and anybody else who is proficient. Is this the campaign where you're all weirdly proficient in perception?
It might
Not
be.
high.
I think that's freedom too.
Not high.
I am. I'm not good at it, but I am.
Right. So yeah, Toothy and Boxxo, you're also proficient.
Yep.
Okay, so all 3 of you. Corrie, what did you get?
12.
Okay. Boxxo.
Dirty 20.
Okay, and Jack, Toothy.
I also got a 12.
Right, so with a dirty 20, you will spot sort of lying on the top of the building. Somebody sort of very briefly pokes their head over and looks at you and then pulls back. You will also see behind a stack of boxes over the left someone scurry into round the back of the building as soon as you approach.
Are these kids, adults?
Not kids. You don't catch much more than that.
Neither.
No.
They're teenagers. The worst of all.
The guy who scurried off in the boxes had green skin. That was all you caught. The guy on the roof, you didn't catch much at all. You just caught the edge of a hood.
I'll activate my telepathic bond with everyone.
Can you roll it for me?
Yes. It will last 5 hours. Ooh,
Cool.
I accidentally
That's
pressed it
fine.
twice.
That's
Yeah. And I'll just say to everyone, I think we're being watched.
By the cats?
They're at the very least people.
Where did you see them, Boxxo?
I'll stand to be in front of you, and I'll just like gesture like slightly with my head, like to the building behind me.
They look menacing.
You didn't catch enough of a
Usually,
glance to really judge anything
I-
about them. But yes,
I don't think anyone spying on you could not be menacing.
I'll go and knock on the door.
was that you
Anyone-
telling
I
me,
go
or
up
was
and
that
I-
you telling them? Okay, right, cool. Yeah.
No, yeah, I'll go up and I'll rap on the door.
There's no response for a while, and then an absolutely massive furbolg opens the door and sort of leans down. Come on.
Hello. Looking for a cat.
He shuts the door in your
That-
face and walks off.
I rap.
There's a long wait. Door opens again. Furbolg looks down. Juan!
And then this time with my how does the door open? I wanna
So it
know.
barely fits in its in its setting, and it sort of swings out towards you. So it swings outwards,
Okay.
and then he sort of ducks his head to look out of it.
Okay, so he's got his head in between like a door and a building.
He's in the
Yeah.
building.
Oh,
And he's just got his head down
Yeah.
like this to look through the door frame.
okay. This time I'm going to, because I've got my chainmail on.
Mm-hmm.
I assume I've got some like pretty heavy duty boots.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna put my boot in between. I'm gonna wedge it in as I like try to keep eye contact with him. I'm gonna be like, I'm looking for a cat.
No cats here. Unless you cat yourself.
I heard from what was the guy's name? And I say that in the telepathic.
It was a lady.
Oh, it was a lady. What was the lady's
Nelly?
name?
Valley.
Valley. I heard from Valley down at the Rusty Anchor that there's a cat here.
Don't know.
And,
Don't know, Veli. Oh, don't go anchor. Horrible drinks. Look, you got a password, or you going?
No, I don't have a password, but I'm not going.
Fuck off.
Can we see inside the building at all?
He's literally filling the whole
Yeah, I thought
door
that
frame,
was
and his
fair.
head's like right down, stooped. He must be
But
8
it's-
foot tall, maybe 9.
Look, wait, there's a little kid who's lost his pet cat.
Why should
Oh.
I care?
Because deep down you care for other people and you want them to be happy, just like you want yourself to be happy.
Fuck off.
Deep
And he just
down.
slams the door into your foot over and over again until you move it.
I'm gonna- Okay, I'm
you're
just
sort of
gonna let
taking
him
one
do that.
point- you take 1 point of bludgeoning
That's-
damage, I'll say.
That's fine. I'm gonna grab the door and try to rip it off.
Oh, that's easy. Yeah, with an athletics. Oh. And as soon as
Yeah.
you do that, he sort of. That was stupid.
What are you gonna do about it?
Claws! We've got trouble.
Claws!
That's
and
my name.
leaping down behind you, you'll see a green dragon ball. And as you look around, you realize you're surrounded by 12 or 14 people that are coming out the shadows, coming down over the roof, coming out the double doors. Someone comes out. And you see one guy, a Lizardfolk, who, as soon as he smiles, you see like his sharp and filed teeth. And he's holding this sort of blood-red dagger in his hand. He walks out of the double doors and just... What do I owe this problem?
I don't suppose any of you people have seen an orange cat about yay big?
Why are you looking for my cat? Is mine.
Oh, well, maybe there's two. You see, there's a kid.
I like my cat. It is clever.
What color are his eyes?
You want to meet him? One of you may meet him.
That sounds menacing.
Perhaps if you behave yourself, you will survive. Perhaps we chop you up into lots of
Which
little
one of us
pieces.
is most likely to behave themselves?
Perhaps we chop you up into lots of tiny little pieces and feed you to the birds. Perhaps I feed you to the cats.
The cat we're looking for eats fish.
Most cats do. Do you eat fish, little fluff ball? And he looks over at Tooth and Claw.
Yeah, I love fish. I also
There
love
you have it.
lizard.
Is that the fish you are looking for?
We're not looking for a fish. We're looking for a ginger cat.
Perhaps you.
He goes by the name of Oliver.
See. Call my cat Whiskas.
Well, maybe they're just two similar looking
Maybe
cats.
there
Have you
are.
seen?
You seem quite attached to this pussycat. How long have you had it?
About a week since we moved in, I think. He was just waiting there, ready for me. We formed a bond.
It would have been so easy to lie.
Why should I lie? I hold all the cards.
So you think.
Why do you want to keep the cat?
We have formed a bond. A strong bond. Who wants the cat?
Its
My
owner.
This small boy.
This one said you are Miss I, boy. Is he old enough to work? Perhaps we can share a cat.
As a matter of fact.
What kind of work is it?
Well, skinning season is over. So, we will find him other work. And we'll train him on the boat when season comes up.
What kind of work?
The kind of work nicely dressed and nicely washed little people like you like to think doesn't happen.
I'm
He knows.
nicely dressed.
He points over towards... some of you are. He points over towards...
Oh no, I'm asking myself that out loud.
Oh no. He points over towards Vel'zekiss. You are fancy.
Well, when you're good enough at it, any sort of work leads to nice clothes, you fool.
You wouldn't wear nice clothes in my line of work, no matter how rich you were. It's all
Well, then
about
it's a stupid
stopping
line
up.
of work.
Does the boy want to work for his cat? Or are we going to have a lovely little fight over it? I would like that. I would like that a lot.
I would like if you just gave the cat.
Well, dreams are like fish, you see. You reach for them, but sometimes they just slip away.
But more often than not, they get caught.
You may try and seize your dreams, but I'm afraid it will result in a nice little tussle. I would like to chop your ears off. They look interesting. And it moves his... You're muted. He moves
Rico,
his
you're
dagger
muted.
again across his teeth.
Yeah.
It's a horrible sound.
Yeah, Pietro's just going to telepathically call in and to everyone and sort of say, "This is going south quick."
Can we take them all?
Can we? Can I make like an insight or perception?
God, what do you think?
You can give me a give me a perception check.
Not insight?
Yeah, why not? I can take insight. I can take insight. Why not? Be persuaded to insight.
Only because I'm proficient. Oh, 21.
Nice.
Yeah. Maybe. You don't have any idea the extent of their abilities. Certainly, they all have weapons, vicious-looking weapons. They certainly hold them like they know how to use them. This guy's
Not
dagger
vicious
is
weapons.
definitely magical. and you estimate there to be between 12 and 14 of them. And bear in mind, you could only see 2 of them when this began, so you're not even sure if there are more somewhere.
We're only telepathic with Boxxo individually, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, shit.
Yeah, we have to play a telephone.
Yeah, I have to. Yeah.
I just imagine Boxxo repeats everything that everyone says. So that everyone...
Yeah, but I don't ever put anyone on hold, so you keep hearing.
Yeah.
The same thing.
The banter.
There's 2 things I'm wondering about.
How would you like to die?
I'm wondering. Now, hold on. There's 2 things I'm wondering.
Mm-hmm.
This little boy of ours, when it was, I was wondering. Well, he kind of wants to work on a boat, and I'm also wondering if your outfit works like a snake, or if you chop off the head, the body dies.
What do you think, boys? If I was gone, what would you do? The green dragon ball sort of, we kill him. Let's eat him, chop him. And I'd take charge. And then you just hear one other guy go, no, I'd take charge.
But surely the strongest one of you should take charge, right? That would be you.
Almost unanimously,
someone
about
else.
8 of them just go, not him, he's an idiot. To the Furbolg. The Furbolg has, at this point, very slowly reached down and picked up the door and is currently using it as a shield.
Oh,
I have the same question I had earlier today. What is so damn special about this cat?
He is beautiful and clever. Very clever.
You say you've bonded with him. Would you care to test that bond against his previous owner? One of those let the cat choose.
He sort of reaches down with a gesture and the cat will literally appear.
Oh no.
The bond with him is special. Toothy, give me an insight check with advantage.
Oh, he's become a Beastmaster Ranger.
No, that is definitely a summon familiar.
No, he might be a familiar now, yeah.
There is a spell in
Why
the
me?
Bond familiar. Why you? Because you're a cat.
oh. Yeah, I got a 17.
Right. This cat is clearly bonded against its will. It does
Oh.
not seem happy to be part of this bond.
I tell that to Boxxo.
Boxxo passes it on.
That cat, that you've bonded that cat against its will. We can tell.
The cat will be happy if it is given enough fish.
I don't believe you.
That is for you to decide. What are you going to do?
The point still stands, though. You're afraid that the cat will choose the kid over you.
The cat does not have a choice anymore. I'm afraid of nothing.
Mentally, to Boxxo, to pass on to everyone. What is it we've decided to call ourselves, after all? There are few things more chained than a pet, a bonded familiar against its will.
I think we're called the Unchained.
Yes, you are.
Then we fight.
I immediately sprint at the guy.
Right. And we'll take a short break.
So it doesn't.
Hello, and welcome back to the second half of Elsewhither, where we are preparing to die. Immediately, I believe the phrase was, I spit in his face, and I will then get you to roll initiative, please. What you guys did you spit in his face? Did I mention
No,
that?
I don't remember.
No.
What did you do? What did you do, Jack? Jack, what did you do?
Sprint.
I charged the main dude.
Oh, did you say you sprint at him? I thought you said you
Yeah,
spit at him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sprint.
No, I did too.
Jesus, that's
I was
aggressive.
genuinely quite expecting that is how you'd started the fight, was by spitting at him. Oh, that's... I'm looking for.
I'm not petty. I will just kill you.
Yeah, no need to waste saliva.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just missing Pietro's initiative.
Sorry.
Okay, I've got Corrie at the top with a 20. I've got Toothy with a 9, and then I've got some other people scattered in the middle with a 15 and 2 16s. Does anybody want to swap?
We swap Corey.
Does Toothy want to go first, maybe?
Do you want Corrie last, though?
I don't want to go last because I want to be able to get buffs up on everybody.
I'll go
You
last.
wanna get
I'll
blessed.
go last because that means at
Well,
least.
do one of our
there's people in
16ers
Gallania,
want to
so-
go swap with Toothy, or do you want to swap Boxxo and
You
Toothy?
can have
Yeah, I
me
can.
if you want.
Oh,
You can take mine too, whichever is
okay,
more.
yeah. I'll go 16.
Okay. Fantastic. You asked briefly who is the head honcho? That would be this guy here.
Okay, the lizard
Oh.
guy.
Ah, yes.
So, to start off, we've got...
Lizard v lizard.
He's going to come up to here.
I think it's Cat v Lizard.
Cat
Another
v
one
Lizard.
might
Oh,
just walk
shit.
away.
Hold on a second. Guys, can you take a note of your initiative, please?
Yeah,
Have you taken note of your
Yep.
initiative?
I'm the 9.
I believe I was going to go the 16.
Got the wrong version of the enemy and it's got a gun.
Wow.
That's what I need right now.
We
Going
were
on here?
kidding. We were kidding. You can keep the cat.
Listen, I'm okay if they had guns, as long as I get like, as long as I turn into like a Wigan
I went to
Hussar.
look at it, it was 68 damage. I was like, no, that's not what
Whoa,
I did right now.
okay.
So let's click resume, and I think it will just, it will just knock out their initiative, so I'll just restate those and we're fine. Vel'zekiss' initiative is moving for some reason.
He does blip around.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. So that brings us to this guy, who is going to take a throw a dagger at Vel'zekiss. Ooh. 21 to hit.
Yeah, nothing I can do about that.
7 damage. 7 to hit.
Miss.
Cool. Brings us to the next one, who is going to come right down here and get all up in your grill and scimitar at you. That's a 23 to hit.
Yep.
It's 8 damage. And a 7 to hit. And then this one is going to come around here and go at Boxxo. Uh, 23 to hit you, Boxxo, with a scimitar. 8 slashing damage.
Yep, I'll use my reaction to half it.
Okay. And a 16 to hit.
That will miss.
Okay, cool. Corrie, you're up.
Alright, we're going to do Bless level 2, giving it to... Yeah, sure, are you the odd one out?
Oh,
Usually.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
So we'll give everybody Bless except for Pietro, and then as a bonus action, I am going to taunt the one that is over by Vel'zekiss and tell him that his mother had too much fur. She might have also been a cat.
Bear me a second. Is that... Oh, you guys don't see the numbers, do you? This one here?
Yes, yep.
Okay, and what kind of save is that?
It's a wisdom save.
Okay. A 3.
That fails.
He can only attack you, right? Or does he get disadvantage?
He has disadvantage on anyone
Don't worry,
except
he
for
will
me.
only be attacking you. Toothy.
Go.
You see this
Run.
guy stand in front of you? He's got a huge shield in his hand, which is the door.
Yeah.
And I
All
really
right.
should let you guys see at least a couple of the nameplates.
Blab.
That's his name.
Alright, I'm gonna leave his presence, so I guess he gets an
He
attack
is
of opportunity.
going to make an opportunity attack. Where is
Yeah.
Fab? That is 15 to hit.
No.
Okay. Sorry, I don't know why it's +3. 18 to hit.
No.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I don't know why I rolled +4 when it's a +7.
15, 20, 25, 30. I'm gonna run up here.
Yeah.
Going to roll to hit with my bloodshed scimitar against the lizard in charge guy. That's a 15 plus 1d4. It's 3 and 18 to hit.
Okay, he will uncanny dodge.
Okay, so wait, what does that mean? He might
He's
miss
just gonna half the damage.
half the damage. Okay. Fuck it, I'll still nuke him. So I'm gonna do.
Sorry, yeah, I should have
normal
said that
damage.
after you had chosen to smite or not. I forgot that was.
That's
the
all
thing,
good. Yeah, I'll still nuke. So this is the damage from the attack. And then I'm gonna second level smite.
It's 9 slashing damage.
2d8 plus 1d8, and then I'm just gonna pump all of the where are they? Where's the bloodshed scimitar? I'm gonna pump all of my short rests into it.
Okay, so it's 11 rounds.
All of them.
Yeah, just gonna nuke the bastard. How many's? Huh?
Okay, yeah.
And that's
my
4d10.
bad, I dodged too early.
No, that's fine.
That you are following through anyway.
Yeah. That's what I wanted to do. That's 29 damage.
So it's 29, 33, 40, 49 damage, half to 25.
Jesus.
He looks at you, he smiles.
No, that's never a good sign.
He is.
And then, so that was. No, I want to stay here.
You got a second attack.
I gotta swap.
Second attack.
Second attack.
Definitely
That's
do
a
that.
good idea. Yeah, should definitely do that.
You probably can't uncanny
That's a
dodge.
25 to hit.
He can indeed not uncanny dodge. Second one, 25 will hit.
That's 12 damage.
Any more smite?
Can I smite again?
Yeah, of course you can.
Yeah, whenever you
You
want.
can smite.
I didn't know I could. I thought I
If
could
you've got
smite
haste,
once
you
per
can smite
turn.
4 times in a turn and then once on an opportunity attack.
Wow. Okay, cool. With yeah, then I'll smite the.
Yeah.
I'll do
12
another
slashing
second
damage,
level
isn't
smite.
Mhm.
That's 12
Ooh,
plus
hell yeah.
3 for 15 on top of that.
Okay, so total 27?
Yep.
Okay. Anything else?
And then I'm gonna swap to my short sword of defense to get that 1 extra AC. And I'm gonna look at him and just smile.
Okay. Oh,
And that's the end of my turn.
Vel'zekiss. You guys seem to have crammed yourself into a short space in the initiative. Vel'zekiss, what are you doing? I've got a note that just says tides, Joe. Does that mean that you have used your tides at the end of last session?
Yeah, so it's definitely gonna surge when I do stuff. I can't ever remember. I know it was like a distinct choice, and I can't ever remember what I chose to do it on items or not. I think yes.
Yeah, we just said you did for everything.
Yeah. All right. I was gonna maybe send these dudes away, but I think this is better while these guys on the left are still lined up. I'm going to use one of my my metamagic teleportation points to click the wrong thing. Not Hungry Jaws. I'm just going to go 15 feet to the west.
Yeah, to get out, to get the other side of Pietro, basically.
Yeah, I'm just in the wrong damn tool. Okay, here we go. 15. Yes, but I'm actually going to run into more danger. We're using my movement speed 5, 10, 15, go to here. Ooh, there. Okay. So if I start, say, here, okay, and I do tidal wave in this, like this space, like all of these, right?
Yeah.
Is it starting from me? If it's that corner.
Are you going to try and
It's
hit
like-
this guy?
No, boss guy and everybody to the left of him. But
No, it wouldn't
I
be
don't know
starting
that
from
it
you. But you
took
could
Like,
have
if you imagine-
you could have stepped into Toothy's space and gone from there.
okay, well that's fine. Yeah. I'll
You
do
want
that.
to end up at the end of the line, right? Is that what's happening?
Yeah,
You wanna
right.
end
I
here?
want to be able to move and hit all.
Go
four of those
go
guys.
ahead and put your token there, and I'll do the roll for the 4 of them.
Okay.
It's a
Yeah,
dex
sounds
save
good.
for the 4 of them.
And I noticed that the Tidestone says that they have disadvantage on this.
Ooh.
Yes. So this is ED, main guy, and FM.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a dex save, did I say? Yeah. 8
Yeah.
fails, I assume.
Yeah.
So this will be a straight roll for the boss.
Okay.
That is a 12, though.
Fail.
Dale.
Yes.
And then D and D.
Nice.
Okay, that is 4 fails. I just need to read something before anything else.
Good damage roll too.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
So the boss will take half damage,
Okay.
even though he failed.
Sure.
Evasion. And
Yeah,
he
yeah.
is now wounded. Just about, having taken 65 damage. And the others will take 24, is that right?
Correct. And I've polymorphed myself. Well, if I fail the
Oh,
saving
bad.
throw.
Oh my god.
I don't know what this
It'll be a
polymorph is.
wisdom save against your own spell DC.
Oh my god, please make this.
Oh my god.
You also
Wow.
have bless.
Bless, yeah, bless,
That's
bless.
true.
I also have my
And cards, and cards.
automatically succeed
Oh.
Before you make the
inspiration.
roll, do you want to do that?
Oh, well, right.
I think you should purposefully.
Sorry, what type of save is it again?
It's a wisdom save against your spell DC.
Yes, I don't want to be a sheep right now.
Okay,
looks
so you
bad.
are choosing to expend your one-time use of an automatic
Ooh,
success
shit.
on a saving
My
throw
wisdom is a
before
flat.
making the roll. I'm very pleased to see this. This is wonderful. So that is now Boxxo and you that have used it. Is that right? Or has Boxxo tried to use it 5 times and not been allowed to? No, you have
I
now used it,
have
haven't you?
used it 5 times and
Oh,
then
Toothy
succeeded.
used it. Yes, Toothy did use it.
Although
I
I mean,
use it
the sheep would
immediately.
give me a couple more HP, which I could use.
Yes. Okay. So that's those 4. You're right over there. You are not sheep. And is that your
And-
turn, Vel'zekiss?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
You did kill 2 of them, by the way.
That's
amazing.
Not like
Very
that.
good.
Boxxo, you're up.
And I think they're prone if they fail.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
that is very difficult to do.
It may or may not apply to the main guy. I don't know what his abilities will do there.
Oh, I just closed the initiative track. I didn't mean to do that. There it is. No, he's prone.
Cool.
Cool. As a bonus action, I am going to let out a draconic screech.
Okay. That will give advantage on these 2, yeah.
Yes, the 2
Until the
next
end
to
of your
me.
next turn.
I
Start of your next turn,
believe.
sorry, start of your next turn,
so.
Yep. Oh.
Yeah, start next turn. Yeah. And I will attack the guy right next to me
Yeah. Okay.
with my psionic blade. Yes. That's an 18 to hit.
Yeah, an 18 will hit.
God. Nice. That is 26 psychic
Okay.
damage.
And as you sort of thrust your blade into him, he is dead.
Nice. Cool.
Sorry, I'm just going to put
Other-
his number back. There we go.
And then I will go over here and like crouch behind Pietro.
Okay.
And then that's me.
Okay. That leads us to this guy who is going to come out and open the doors.
Uh-oh.
And as he goes up at Toothy, he's going to reach over and yank a garrote over your throat. Maybe, if he hits. There's a 22 to hit you.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. You will take 4 bludgeoning damage. And you will take 2d6 piercing damage. So 9 piercing, piercing, yeah. Maybe slashing, shouldn't it? 9 piercing, 4 bludgeoning, and until you are grappled, movement speed 0, until the grapple ends, you are silenced. You cannot speak intelligibly or cast spells with verbal components. I also need a constitution save, please.
Yeah. That's a nat 20 for a 23.
Okay, that brings us to the first mate, who is going to stand up. Over here, this is our green dragonborn. And he's going to turn to you, Vel'zekiss, with his longsword.
Yeah, that's surprising.
Actually, do you know what? He is in a 1v1 with you, so he has advantage on all of these attacks, because he is a buckler of the swash variety. So that is a 20 to hit you.
Yeah, it's the highest I could get with shield.
8 slashing. A 12 to hit you.
No.
And a 21 to hit you.
Yeah, down I go.
Okay, maybe.
Presumably.
4 slashing damage.
Oh, no. Just
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, he's not got great damage. Okay, the boss is going to get up, and he's going to look at you. And you know that? Remember that red blade, Toothy?
Yep.
As he swings it at you, it goes from a dagger into a short sword. It's going to cut across your throat.
Cool.
That is a roll to hit you with advantage. That is a 22 to hit you.
Yep.
Okay, you will take 6 slashing damage. 20 poison damage. You are poisoned.
Okay.
And you will also take 46, an additional 19 slashing damage from sneak attack.
Alright, I'm down.
Good. Okay. With that, he is going to tread on your body. And as he does so, he is going to thrust a dagger down into you. This will be with advantage. But it's 15. He scrapes into your armor. And then he's going to move over to you, Corrie, and he is going to make an attack against you again with a. Oh no, you're all enemies. Okay, it'll be a straight roll against you, a short sword, and that's an 11 to hit.
No.
And that brings us to Flab, who is going to come charging out here, and Toothy, he's going to pick you up and throw you. You crash into some crates, and you will fail a death save. And then he is going to walk over here. And he is going to slam into Corrie.
It's like we're being attacked by a giant Easter Island head.
Corrie, that is a 17 to hit you.
No.
Okay. And at 20.
Yikes.
Well, yeah.
Okay. So you will take 9 plus 12, 21 damage. I need a concentration save on your bless, please.
Yep.
Okay.
Uh, 19.
Okay. That is a success. And then he is going to try and grapple you. I need an athletics check, please.
Second.
Ooh, fucking hell. You're a slippery little bugger. He tries to grab you, but he's struggling. Although I don't know what your athletics check is, so maybe he succeeded. He tries to grab you, but you slip out of his way. Yeah, cool. That brings us to this guy over here, who's going to come up behind Pietro. And he's going to club you. That is a 17 to hit you.
Ooh, that is my AC. I will shield.
Okay. And a 17 to hit you. Good shield. Pietro, you're up.
Okay. So when Toothy crashed into the boxes, did he break any of them?
Not enough to prevent you from being able to use as many as you want.
Nice.
Well, I wanted to use maybe
you can
like
now see
pieces
inside,
of box
so
as
there's
a
barrels.
tiny.
Okay, you can definitely. There's shards of box on the floor, but you can now see in. And as you look in, you will see like pots, pans, barrels, a candle holder. There's all sorts of things.
Okay. Well, then let's animate some objects then.
Okay. Can you ping your item first, please?
Yes, I can.
Because there's a thing with this, isn't there?
There is a thing with this.
Yes. So just roll me a d20 straight away. Let's see what happens when you cast it. On a 20, no concentration. On a 1 or 2, they'll attack you. But you got a 9, so you're fine. So this is just a standard animate objects. What are you animating?
Okay. I get 10 of these things.
Okay.
I want to do... Let's do 6 tiny.
Okay.
Hold on.
I'm putting them on the map. 6 tiny.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to read this. That box really good. 6 tiny. 2 small and 1 medium.
Do we just suddenly have an army?
Yes.
Did you say 2 small?
Yes.
Oh, do we not have a small yet? Okay. This is animate small object.
I know in this setting that they're probably not candelabras, but I just love the idea of like 6 little Lumieres like coming in to like help us.
Or is there something huge? Need to know, thank you.
Mark, you won't know this, but having never seen Beauty and the Beast, I named a character I played here for Lumiere. And if we had 8 of her show up, we would kick their fucking ass.
She was a star spirit. She was a fucking beast. Is it 2 smalls?
Lovely.
Was it
no,
2
it's
smalls?
1 tiny, 1 small. Yeah, 2 smalls.
Okay, what was the health bar on the small?
Oh, shit.
30, I assume.
Oh, no, only 25, actually. You can assume 30 if you'd like, though.
No, I just assumed that if tiny was 25 and thingy was... I need to update default. Sorry, I'm going as fast as I can.
Thank you.
No, take your time.
Okay. Put them around where you want.
Okay.
Yeah, I put them in a little army over there.
That one
and
there.
then the small ones next to you.
Small ones next to me are fine. That's nice, actually. Yeah. Yeah, this is good. So that's my action. And then as a bonus action, we're gonna start controlling these guys. So let's start with the tiny guys. So this tiny one is going to roll to attack the assassin man in the doorway.
Oh, garrote.
For a 12 to hit.
That'll miss.
Second tiny one gonna fly up around back of him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to open this repeatedly. 23.
Yep. Sorry, who are you hitting with the 23?
This fellow in the doorway.
Oh, yeah, garrote. Okay. 5 damage next.
We'll have this tiny one attack this guy, I guess. Blob, I think. No, I don't know. The shirtless dude. Just gonna roll d20s and add +8. That is a 14.
14 will miss.
Damn. This tiny one is going to hit Flab.
Yeah.
Because why not? The 16.
16 hits.
Nice. For 8 damage.
Okay.
I'll have this one fly through to attack the leader.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 20.
20 hits.
For 8 damage.
Okay.
Can I sneak another one in this space maybe and
Yep.
sort of hit?
Yep.
Cool. That's 17.
That misses.
All right.
We changed the title from... I already changed the title once from Caravan to Oliver. I'm now changing the title from Oliver to Rico takes over the entire initiative tracker.
These sorry. These small ones are stuck in the wall, James. Sorry.
Okay.
So we'll have them roll up on
On the thug. Yeah.
shirtless thug attacking me.
Mm-hmm. Lowest armor class in the entire fight.
Nice. Well, 25 was the roll.
Yep.
For a 5 damage on that.
Okay.
And then the other small one will follow its brother. Ooh, only for a 12 though.
Hits.
Is that high enough? Oh shit.
Yeah. Yes, the lowest armor class in the whole tractor.
And identical damage 5.
Yep. Just one.
And then
medium
we'll
left, I
have
believe, right?
medium guy is gonna charge stupid first mate.
Mm-hmm.
Just to sort of occupy his time. 20, dirty 20.
He'll parry. No, wait. No, that gives him... Yeah, that hits. Sorry, he won't parry.
He won't parry?
No. Because it gives him 20 armor class, which would get him hit.
Oh.
Yeah. No,
For 9 damage.
He is wounded.
Oh.
Okay.
And then...
Oh, fine.
Yeah.
Then...
Do
then?
I do this as a bonus action? I just have to check.
It's not a bonus action to control these creatures.
That's why I'm trying to figure out if I can just do this or if it's a bonus action. Whenever you cast a spell, you can expend a charge to increase your movement speed by 15 feet, and your movement does not provoke opportunity attack.
That's no action.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna run into this house. I think I don't see anyone.
As you say that, you just hear the book go. Oh, off we go. Oh, you're charging through the hole in the wall that the little door. Yeah.
Yeah. If I can.
Yep.
Well, what's this? Can I just stand in here?
Yes, like a little outside area. Yeah.
Oh shit! I see a guy over there. Well, then I will run further into this and hide in this room.
Okay. Well, that's outside. Yeah, it's just a little outside area.
Yeah. The outside area.
All right. That brings us to F. Where is F? Oh, he's here. Okay. He is going to step over here and go for Boxxo.
Thank you for your patience, everybody.
Boxxo, that is a 18 to hit you.
That will hit.
Okay, dealing 4 slashing.
Yep.
6 to hit.
That will miss.
And 23 to hit.
That will hit.
Dealing 5 slashing.
Yep.
Okay, this wizard's gonna come here. And I think we're gonna put a 6th level magic missiles as he raises a wand towards you, Corrie. Which is 9d4 plus 9, I believe.
6th level.
Fifth. So take off 4 damage. So it's gonna be 24 damage in total. Corrie?
Me down.
Good. No more bless for you. Excellent. Yep.
No more life for us.
No more life. Truly, we're done.
Cool. Okay, that brings us to Pirate A, who is over here. Yeah, he's fucking hell. He's going to take the dash action. He's actually going to go to here. That's him. Pirate
Does
B.
Did the items get opportunity attack?
No, don't be fucking ridiculous.
I didn't think so. I didn't think so.
We are not allowing that. Pirate B is going to come over here to Boxxo and is going to give you a stab. 9,
That will miss.
17,
That is my armor curse.
and 15. So just a 17 to hit. 9 slashing damage, Mr. Stumblebump.
I'll use my reaction to half it.
Okay, I need a death saving throw. Corrie.
But the D20 with the thing changed to just to you, right?
Yeah, ideally, roll it directly to me, please. Yeah. Cool. Toothy. Death save, please. Directly to me.
Yeah.
Okay. The two of them sort of struggle a little bit, but you see neither of them get up. Vel'zekiss, you are up. Something on a sheep, isn't it?
Yeah. We're allowed to just take potions out of the general potions, right?
Yes. Yeah, and you have the pies as well.
I don't
know if you
have
have
a
any
pie
pies.
I
mark.
don't think we have pies right now.
No, in general,
Pies.
if you did, you could just, yeah.
Yeah, I wish I could take it and give it to somebody else, but that will take everything I've got, and I'd rather not do that, I don't think. Fuck.
You do know that Boxxo is up next and is next to your healer.
I know. I'm worried about Toothy, because Toothy could be, like, on the verge of death.
Like right now, yeah.
And I'm near him.
Where is Toothy? Oh,
Down
yeah, there
here.
he is. Okay. Next to a chair.
Hello.
Being protected by the chair.
There's so many guys.
It's action to give it to him. Bonus action to drink it yourself.
Right. Yeah, that's the problem.
Drink 2. One in your hand, one in his.
Oh, right. I could do it myself, and yeah. Well, I could
You don't
also,
have
I could also quicken something and use my action to potion him. Probably smarter.
That guy
wanted
next to
to
you is wounded.
win.
I should let you know.
Get rid of. I know, which makes it less useful to just get rid of him. I want to try to just get rid of some people, but maybe I can only do it to 1. I'll just have to do with that. All right, so that's what I will do. I will not worry about myself. Yeah, I'm going to go around here. I'm going to Greater Potion Toothy.
Love that. 4d4 plus 4, is that right?
I believe so. Right. Where are you? 1, 2, 3,
Toothy,
4.
rise! With 10 hit points.
Here's what it is. Let me make sure I delete that. 3. Okay. And then I am going to. Yeah. I'm still gonna be right next to him, and he's just gonna kill me. Well, maybe Toothy can save me.
He's
We
just
shall
had
see.
his turn.
Yeah, but he'll still have my turn. I know. There's just nothing good. Oh, and that's right. I know what I was gonna do actually. So while I'm here, I guess I can see everybody. The door's open.
Mm-hmm.
Who's fucking awful? I think the
There's a
assassin
wizard.
guy.
There's a wizard and
know.
an assassin, dude. Yeah.
I think the assassin guy's the one I want to try to do this to. So I'm going to try to vortex warp the assassin.
Okay, can you do that? Are you in range?
That is yeah, it's 90 feet.
Oh, I knew you could send them 90 feet. I didn't realize it was 90 feet range as well.
That's the range, and the sending them is anybody. You can do anybody within range and send them within range. So you could move a person 180 feet.
Oh, sick.
Plus, I have
We send
just
it. Send
another
it.
magic that I'm not doing here, but
Okay.
actually, maybe I should get rid of him further. But no, I'm going to send him in, if it works. It's a con save.
You send him like all the way up in the air and drop him.
15.
No, you can't send him into the air. No, that's a fail. So he goes. But you can't send him into the air. I've rolled for the surgeon. I'm okay. But you can send him into a liquid. So I will send him 90 feet straight south into the harbor.
Nice.
Oh, that's so awesome.
South of me. So it's like, you know.
That is great.
Wanted to get rid of 2, but Toothy Up is better. But now I'm still in danger. And
Wait, we sent the captain? Nice.
no, the assassin guy. It was the assassin.
He was the captain.
Yeah,
But he was also an assassin.
he is the captain.
Yeah. That is the Lizardfolk who had the red blade that
Oh,
extended.
I see.
His stat
I was
block
thinking
is assassin.
Oh, I meant this guy in the doorway with the 2 knives.
Oh, okay.
Because he's not hurt, and because we want to kill the main guy.
Okay. Bye, Garrot.
I don't really want the main guy just out.
Okay, that's Garrot. He's gone.
Maybe that's a mistake. I don't know.
He was.
But I meant-
Garrot is who grappled Goofy and nearly unconscious-ificated him. And
Yeah, I thought
that
he
man.
was pretty
He was pretty
bad.
brutal.
He's not wounded, and we want to kill the main
Correct.
guy. That was my thinking.
Yeah, okay.
But now I'm going to run back away from this other guy, and I can get away with it for reasons. So I used to get there, so then it'll be 15, 20.
You're saying I don't
He's
get
still
an
gonna be
opportunity
near
to-
me. Well, you will, but it's not. I'm not going to get far enough for it to matter, right? He can just turn on me, but I don't want him to choose. I want him to choose Toothy, so I'm going to do it. So I use 10 to get here. 15, 20, 25, 30. You can opportunity attack me if you like.
Joe, I think you just walked into a roof.
Oh,
Could you get that? Is that a? Oh yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
you're crouched just
it looks
under
like
the
an
roof.
alley.
Okay, yeah, you can't get any
Something
further
I'm trying
onto
to
that
think of.
roof. Yes, that's fine.
Okay.
He is going to make an opportunity attack.
That's fine.
It's a 22.
Admonish the tyrannical. I use my reaction now that I'm up to. He's got disadvantage.
okay. I also can avoid it, so just
10.
Okay,
Excellent.
if you want to avoid it, just avoid it.
I'm gonna
I can
have you
use
use
that
your
somewhere else.
reaction, and he's taken a 10. He's
Alright,
got a
cool.
10. That's what I heard first.
Yeah. Alright.
And the return bells.
Yeah.
Cool.
I could have gotten further away with this, but it's okay.
Boxxo,
Sorry.
you're up.
That's right.
Yeah, I'll use my action to give Corrie a greater potion.
A reaction.
No, my action.
Oh, okay, fine, cool. Alright.
Unless I can use my reaction,
No, you
in which case
cannot.
I will use my reaction.
Yeah, action to greater potion, Corrie. That's a 44 plus 4.
I just take that off of the list.
Right.
And then I will bonus action let out another draconic screech.
Okay. 10 feet.
Am I rolling the potion or are you?
Yeah.
You can roll that as
Got
your health. I'll let you be the bearer of bad news if it rolls low.
Okay, the Garotta is going to scream, I can't swim! And the other guy's just like, call yourself a sailor, idiot! And then he's just going to maybe make it back, maybe not, but he is out of the fight. Okay, that brings us to the first mate, who is going to turn to Toothy. He's going to slash at you. An 11
Nah.
and a 17.
Nah.
Okay. The boss is going to bonus action Oh, he doesn't even need to. He's just going to run straight past you, Corrie, as he sort of slips through this gap. He's looking for Pietro.
I'll use my reaction to opportunity
you
attack.
Can you opportunity attack him? He would have walked to here. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. No, he's not stupid. He's gonna do that. Okay.
I don't know. You've already moved his piece.
Yeah, he can. I don't see like you guys. I don't see what they can see. But he can just walk in the building and then out the door
Ugh.
at Pietro.
Yeah.
Pietro, it's coming at you.
Also, before the water snafu, he was right next to me.
Sorry.
Before he got moved out to the water and then.
Oh,
moved
he was
back.
here.
He was right next to me. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Then Boxxo, make an opportunity attack.
Nice. That is a 27.
Okay. He will be uncanny dodging
Do I
this.
get sneak
Of course
damage
you
from this?
He's
Cool.
next
That's
one up.
19 psychic damage.
Okay, half to 9. And then, this is all coming at you, Pietro.
Okay. Fingers crossed.
22 to hit.
Shit, my shield can only make it to
Okay.
22.
So that is 7 slashing, 17 poison.
Uh-oh. Like Pietro's going down.
And 16 more slashing.
Yep.
Good. That will stop all this shenanigans going on. He very quickly
That's
realized
not
that you were
good.
animating. Oh, what is going on? Here, how do I get this thing off my screen? Thank you. I don't even know what that's coming from. Out of here. Any more chairs or tables lying around?
Don't think so.
Okay, good. He's going to stick his sword in you again with advantage because you are down.
Nice.
15 to hit you.
No.
No, you have more.
Amazingly. Yeah, I
Why?
have 17. Oh, actually, my mage armor's down too. Yeah, actually, you're right. I'm
I
hit.
don't think mage armor ends when you're unconscious, is it?
Not concentration.
No, it's just for.
Oh. Then it
He has to
misses.
pay
I have
attention to more.
17.
And he just turns and stabs Corrie in the back. He will be stabbing with advantage. So that is a 21 to hit.
Oh no.
Hits.
Okay, that is 5 slashing damage. Piercing damage, sorry. That brings us to Flab. Boxxo, Flab is going to try and pick you up. Make an athletics check, please.
If I cartwheel out the way, could it be an acrobatics check?
Doesn't matter, just don't roll an up one.
I rolled a 25. I
No,
cartwheel
moving
out the way.
athletics, not acrobatics.
You said it didn't
you
matter
are right.
as long
With
as I
grapple-
didn't
with grapple,
roll it
you
out
could
one.
be either. With grapple, it could be either. That's fine. Then he's going to slam down once upon you, Boxxo, for a 10 to hit.
Miss.
And once on
Cartwheeling
Corrie for
all over the
13 to
place.
hit.
Miss.
My dice are saving you guys' lives. This orc is going to move up here, and he has pack tactics. So this is with advantage. He's not an orc. This thug, sorry, is going to move up to Corrie and get a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. That is 7 bludgeoning damage. That is as bad as it could possibly have been. And then Boxxo. For 16 to hit you.
Miss.
Okay, Pietro, death save, please.
Okie dokie.
Come on, nat 20.
How do I do this private?
Ask.
Roll.
So do it on roll 20.
I see it.
Yeah, you can toggle GM roll.
Yeah.
Okay. Pietro sort of
No,
struggles.
no, we
Not quite.
we
still
saw that.
Yeah, it's you've got to
I did
click
that
the
to DM.
yeah, but you did it on D&D Beyond.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I
do
did
it on roll 20.
20 with GM roll, but that's
on
fine.
roll 20. Gotcha.
It wasn't a
Sorry.
1 or a 20, so it wasn't too exciting. Okay, Boxxo. This pirate is going to slash at you. 17 to hit.
17 is my armor class.
8 slashing.
Yikes. Yeah.
19 to hit.
That hits.
8 slashing.
I'm down.
That's it.
23 to hit.
Vel'zekiss still.
You know, I very jokingly, not too long ago, told James that if I died in this campaign, I was going to come back as Vel's old rival,
his
entertainer rival. So
6
it might be
piercing.
happening.
You were down, is that right? So you will fail a
I
death
am
save.
down. Yeah.
Okay, that brings us to our wizard. Who
shit.
Corrie, he is going to go for you. And he is going to cast Melf's Acid Arrow, because I believe that does damage even if it misses. Yeah, so it's a attack roll, and that is 15 to hit you.
Miss.
So you will take half of 14 acid damage, which I believe is 7, which should take you out.
Yep.
Good. That brings us to Pirate A, who is going to stamp on your face, Pietro. Oh,
Nice.
He's actually going to stab you. 14.
Nope.
22.
That is it.
And then that brings us to Pirate B, who is going to charge down Vel'zekiss. Oh no, sorry, he's going to charge at Toothy, so I didn't even see Toothy there. That is his dash action. Corrie, another death save, please. Go up and down like a yo-yo. Okay, Toothy, you're up.
What do you do? Like I'm
Kill them
poisoned
all.
on top of everything, so I have
Oh,
disadvantage
yeah.
on attack
Yeah.
rolls.
Well, some of
You
them
are
have advantage though because of my.
You have
cry.
advantage on anything with a yellow dot on it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna take it out in one hit.
A lot
Not
of them
with
wounded.
that attitude.
I mean, Joe took out 3 with 1 spell. Right, so...
Yeah, that's true. All right. I'll attack the dude with the yellow dot.
Cool. With a straight roll.
The straight roll. Not with probably a 10.
No, a 10 will miss.
Alright, well, second attack. That's better, a 23.
23 will hit.
And I got a smite, so just gotta use them all. So that's that. That's the lowest I can roll for an 8, and then the smite damage. It's 13.
Cool. Yeah, he's dead.
Hey, look at that. And I'm just going to I think I'm gonna pin this guy down. So I'm just gonna stay here.
Okay, bonus action.
Yes, I'm going to
Drink a potion?
going to rally.
Ooh.
Pardon?
I said, you're going to drink a potion, but then you said you're going to rally, and I said, ooh.
No, I'm going to rally and just give Vel'zekiss the minimal, just a tiny bit of
Temp?
where is it? 1d6 plus 3 temp HP.
Okay.
From a distance.
Yep.
So I can do that. 2 plus 3. You get 5 temp HP.
Nice.
I'll
So-
take it.
Yeah.
And Vel'zekiss, you're up.
Yeah. The temp HP is nice. It doesn't help me decide what to do.
No.
Which I've been thinking about. Well, then that guy's gone, so that's less important.
Yeah, is this guy alive?
don't-
Yep.
That guy is.
Yeah. That guy's alive.
He's wounded, but he's alive.
Really know about Pietro. I don't think.
I know.
So,
Well, to be fair,
I seem
Corey
to
saw
have-
him go down.
yeah,
Mhm.
I
Might
seem to
have
have
shouted.
vision over everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's like shadows that are shadows, but I don't know who I'm getting. Maybe from Boxxo when I ran him last time, I'm not sure, but
Like, I don't see Vel'zekiss. Right.
yeah, I can see you, but I shouldn't.
Oh.
So,
Better?
I still see them.
Okay.
He might be
got
seeing
dimmer.
through someone else's eyes when he was
Yeah, I
controlling, like, a box.
Yeah, I've just fixed Boxxo, but...
Maybe I'm seeing through everybody's eyes. Yeah, this is.
Maybe if you refresh your...
No,
your thing,
it's not
It
a...
could change instantly,
Oh.
but it just didn't change to actually not seeing them.
Gotcha.
Because I could sort of semi-save Pietro, but then God forbid he's failing too many death saves and it doesn't work anyway.
True.
Shit.
Send me, like, the roof or something?
Well, I would do it differently. I would come get you and blast us both away while hurting people nearby.
Oh, that would be badass.
It would. But I don't really think I know about it.
Yeah, fair.
I do think Corey would have shouted Pietro's down, but I don't know where.
Sure. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know how much good it will really do. Fucking hell. I guess maybe I'll just do what I was gonna do. Can I, if I go like here or here, I don't care which one. Can I then ride the lightning across these guys and not hit Boxxo? Like ending up like over here? Or will I not be able to get the guy?
Yeah, I would say because Boxxo's currently lying down, right? So I'd just say you just go at a height over him.
I think that's the thing to do. I will quicken it.
Okay.
So that's going to cost me substantially. That's okay. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, I've got to mark this stuff or I will just forget
Sorry?
totally. 1, 2, 3, 4 points. And yeah, and then ride the lightning is... I'm sure it is... Yes, Dex save.
Okay, can I also take the damage?
Here it goes.
Because this may just kill a couple of people out.
Pretty good.
Holy hell.
37.
Okay, so
Nice.
that guy's just dead. No well needed.
Yeah, I'll just end
and
up like down
then
there.
Lab is going to make a dex save, which he makes a disadvantage because of his size. So he'll take the full damage. And then F. Where is F? He does need to make the save. He gets a nat 20, which means he is brought to his knees with damage. He's on 1 hit point.
Cool. I
You
can
still have
run
an
a
action,
little.
right?
Yeah.
That
So
gives you an interesting
I had
choice.
to move like 10, 15, 10, I think 15. I think I can move 15 more. 5, 15. Yeah, I know. Heal myself or attack some motherfucker.
Oh, I meant you could have also tried to pick someone up, but they seem to be going back down like yo-yos.
Yeah. That's a 2 on the surge roll, so that's surged regardless of
What are we getting?
the chaos. Let's see here. I can't
Fuck,
see it.
You can take one additional action
Just a reminder,
immediately.
Joe, that you can use this action to cast spells.
Yeah.
So you now have 2
Wow.
actions, one of which you can use to cast spells, one of which you can't.
Hey.
We're
Right.
on wild magic. So now you could potentially. By the way, you would have surged while we were
Yeah.
here. So I don't know if that
Yes,
changes
exactly.
what you want to do.
No, it does for sure. But Corrie's there. I can't get. Yeah. I need to get to the other side of Pietro to get Pietro out of there and hurt people and not hurt Corrie. That's a problem.
Can you get Corrie out instead, maybe, or
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Corey's down, isn't he?
or just bring him up? Yeah.
But then I hurt Boxxo. Yeah.
True.
Yeah, I can't do that cool thing. I'll just have to choose a different cool thing to do. So I have 2 more actions, but one of them has to be at most a cantrip. Maybe I should just do that first. I was gonna try to get the leader with a chill touch.
Okay.
Oh, you have 2 actions right now. don't you?
Yeah. Obviously,
Yeah.
you can use one to potion someone, or you can use one to try and
Right,
hurt someone.
or potion myself at max.
That's exactly that. Yeah.
Yeah, true.
So I've thought of that. Let me try to chill touch the guy here. Is that advantage already because of the yellow dot?
It is.
Okay, so let me just do that. Oh, why can't I get this off my screen? So it's a 26 to hit him.
Okay.
He's gonna take 17 necrotic
Good lord.
Severely
damage.
wounded.
Well, pretty good, but not as good as I would have liked.
It was physically impossible for you to take him out with that chill touch. I'll tell you that.
That's fine. All right, now do I do some other big ass spell? I could just go back where I came from. I could get somebody up and leave them where they are, or I could just heal myself and run 15 feet farther away. Jesus.
Well, if you're going to
These
get somebody up, you would have done
Yeah.
it with the action use for chill touch, right? We're never going to use that for the spell action.
Yeah, I guess that's true. That's true. But if I don't get them up, then it's just done, right? Well, Toothy can get people up.
Mhm.
That wizard is a real problem too.
Mm.
Jeez. There's no good choice here, guys. I didn't expect
No,
a whole
there is
extra
not.
action. I could barely come
No,
up with
no.
my 2 things.
expected to have a second turn, and I haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah. Well, the thing is too, I cannot actually do the same thing back. I don't have another third level, so I was already out one earlier in the day. Well, I can just try to get rid of some more dudes, but they'll probably succeed their con save.
Yeah. Can you
You do know that the boss is
that it
severely
bounces
wounded.
fucking between? Yeah, the boss is almost dead.
I know. All right, what do I have that will hurt the boss and somebody else?
And you twin with your.
I could now because it's a new thing.
Yeah.
I can't quicken and twin at the same time, but
No, of course. Yeah.
at least not yet.
Ooh, twinned chaos.
What would I do?
True.
Do you remember, guys,
Well,
that Joe
it's
chose this
questionable whether
character
you
because he
can-
wanted a character with less choices?
I know.
It's got 8 billion things he can do.
Well, then you you stack this up with items too, which is fun, which is amazing. I don't. There's a question whether you can twin Chaos Bolt
Why not?
because it can technically affect more
Oh,
than
you
one
can twin
person.
Chaos Bolt. 100%. I would just say you make the rolls once, so it can only bounce it either bounces twice or it bounces not at all, right? You don't make 2 individual attack rolls, I don't think. No, you do. Yeah.
I'll do whatever you tell me to do.
You just roll it as if you
decide.
cast it twice, basically.
What does it cost? Fucking twinning is spells level. Oh, I used too many on Quicken. I was thinking Quicken was the spells level.
No, it's just 2.
It's just 2. So I can upcast it as well. I can do it at 2nd level and twin it.
Sick.
Let's do it. What the hell? I know the leader is close to dead, but I'm still going to use it on him.
Of course.
And then second one on whom should I do it?
This guy is
on?
severely wounded. And then this guy is not touched. And then there's no reason to do it on the guy up to the right or the wizard. Well, I mean, you could do it on the wizard, but you don't have advantage on either of those.
They're not advantage, yeah.
Right.
You do have
Right.
targets,
Advantage. I think I'll just do it the 2 right next to each other, the boss and the boxer guy.
Yep.
All right, here we go. So these are advantage, you say, without even worrying about anything.
Draconic Cry.
Okay, let me.
Boxxo reaching out from the grave to assist you.
Surge. Okay, boom. Here we go. Oh lord, that's only a 17. Oh no, with advantage. Let me roll again. Yeah, 28 to hit the boss.
That'll hit.
Let me.
He cannot uncanny dodge because Boxxo also provoked that.
Is this gonna roll the right thing? I don't think it's gonna roll the d6, is it?
I don't know.
Oh, it did. It did.
Beauty.
All right. So what? I don't know how to see the fucking what the dice are. This is why I usually roll this one.
I think you just.
I cannot
hover over
tell
them.
you anything because I can't see what you've rolled. It doesn't even come to the VTT.
I see. I saw 28 to
It's
hit.
because
on
it's
chaos.
wanting me to choose the damage type on here before it will come through.
Oh.
But I can't choose the damage type because I don't know what the dice were.
Just roll some random numbers. D6s.
Yeah, well, it would be there. The table is d8, so I'll just roll 2 new
Oh,
d8s
D8, sorry,
and
yeah.
choose the fucking damage type. They were both 7s, so it's psychic.
Sick. And it bounces because you've got the same.
And it
number.
bounces?
Bounces because it's the same.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
so I'll say it bounces to A, right? Because that's the nearest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
So
And
that's a
Okay.
new attack on him, right?
the damage. Give me the damage for those two first.
Oh, okay. Here, I'm just ignore the whatever the roll was there. So the boss original hit is 16 psychic damage. No, it's a third d8 actually. Is another one. It's
Yeah,
something
yeah, because it's the
weird,
second
but-
level. Because it's second level.
No, it's another d6. Sorry, I know it doesn't matter, but it's another 6, so it's huge.
Woohoo!
Yeah, so it's 22 psychic
Please
damage on
describe
original
his
guy.
grisly demise.
Okay, so
Oh,
sorry, I
fucking-
know it's quite complicated, but
In mind, this asshole.
genuinely indecisive. I think even Vel'zekiss would have to have been. There's a lot of craziness happening around him. He's causing most of it, and just looking around and just hurls, this blast of nonsense that just goes wild, and it almost is swirling and it can't decide which part of his body to hit and just hits him right in the head and just seeps into his brain. And you see blood leak out the orifices.
Lovely. As the blood leaks out on the ground, you will see the cat will reappear next to his feet.
Nice.
And without this sort of magical collar on it. And Vel'zekiss, it is going to rush over to you and nuzzle against your feet.
Wonderful. The other one...
Double damage, yeah. The bounce would do the same damage, is it? The 22 to the bounce?
I don't think so. You make a new attack roll and stuff.
For the bounce?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, go ahead.
Make a new attack roll against a new target. Make a new damage roll.
That one is not with advantage.
Energy. Okay. So let's just hit this and maybe it will come through properly this time. So did it come? Jesus. Sorry that my screen's going dead. Okay, so that one is sorry, I've ordered a new wire for my monitor, but everything just keeps disappearing on me. I think it's a 28 to hit.
28 hit.
Is that right?
Yes.
And it was not.
It doesn't matter what the damage type is. 16 will kill him.
Okay, good. It matters if they're
that
jumping.
should simplify for you. Can it jump again? I don't think it can.
Can I? Yeah, it can, but I don't know where to click to see the damn things.
Just slash roll 2d6 or 2d8, whatever it is. Sir.
Rico, you're muted.
Oh my god, I'm muted. Is it the 2d8 that you need to know, Joe?
Yeah.
The 2 3s. I keep saying. Sorry, I was muted.
Because
so if you hover over the left side, the 2d8s
there you go.
are 3 and 3, so it does bounce again.
Okay.
Incredibly.
So yeah, I'm guessing it has to bounce to the orc thug, right?
Well, I guess he was originally the twinned other target.
Yeah.
But the bounce will hit him first.
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
Okay.
Hopefully it doesn't destroy him.
This is the only way we were going to win this, guys, so we have to work
Joe
our way through
rolled
it.
one chaos bolt.
This is amazing.
That is where it ended.
So this is an advantage, though, right?
Yes.
Woohoo!
Alright, 24 to hit him.
Yep.
And I'm going to roll the fucking dice here because I just can't be bothered with
Thank
trying
you.
to figure them out again.
We ain't killing him.
So, oh my god. I will camera
Yes,
it. If
sir.
you
I don't know, no, I'm
two
good.
sixes
Yes,
on the
sir! The bouncing!
So it's 12 plus another 6 on the 6 and a 7, so 12 plus 7 is whatever that is.
Yep. He's wounded. I have to be this guy. Chaos Bolt does not specify that it bounces to another enemy, does it?
No, if it keeps going. No, well, I choose, I think. Until
I would
until
need you to
there aren't people.
ping. Oh, at least a different creature of your choice within 30 feet of it. Great. Okay, who's
Right,
next?
it's bad if there's nobody left.
Yeah, who's
This
next?
guy.
This guy's wounded. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Roll
This
it.
guy's wounded.
And you got advantage because he's got yellow and he's got 1 hit point.
Bounce it again!
26.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
Let's have some damage rolls.
No bouncing.
Okay, but he's going to take 1 damage, so he's dead. Okay, cool.
Okay, good.
Now we're back to the other one, the other
The
chaos
twin.
Bolt. Yeah,
Right,
which is
went
rolling to
that
hit
guy.
the orc thug with advantage, who's not an orc.
Yes, thank
I
you.
don't know why I've called him an orc thug. I'm still confused by this.
He's just the orc thug because
I think it's because that
ugly
his stat
or
block.
open.
Like that's yeah, and I forgot to rename it. So he's just orc thug in my head.
I think that's a natural 20.
Oh, wow,
Natural
that
20,
is.
yeah. It sure is a natural 20.
Okay, so give me your Can you give me a 2d8 of damage and a d6 of damage, right?
2d6.
Well, it's 3d8. I cast it at higher
Sorry,
level.
yes, 3d8 and a d6.
Oh, sorry,
Is that
2d8 and 2d6. You're right.
2d8,
Sorry,
2d8,
2d6, yeah.
2d8,
2d8,
2d6.
2d6. Fantastic. Give me that just as numbers.
Yep. Those I can roll like regular. 16.
28. Okay, so it's 16 plus 28, which is 34, 44 damage. And your 2d8s were
No bounces,
a 3 and an
3 and
8, so no bounce. What's the damage type's irrelevant? I've damaged the wrong person.
Good.
He is dead.
DED, dead.
Okay.
And then I just stare at Flab and I breathe heavily.
Okay. Great.
And also I move 15 feet away.
Yeah. Boxxo, a death save, please.
Jesus. Sorry, guys.
Okay. Flab is going to turn to the wizard and go, They're all dead. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And he's going to pick up Boxxo and Corrie. And he is going to slam them into the ground. You will both fail a death save. He crushes you down. And then he is going to run off. This direction. And that is his full turn.
At least he didn't throw me into the sea. I can't swim.
Pietro, I need a death save.
Certainly not while unconscious.
Yeah.
I will do this correctly this time.
The wizard will come out here and say, well, surely we can come to some sort of agreement. You only wanted a cat, didn't you? Take what you like. Do what you like.
Yes.
I would like to leave.
Alright, am I then allowed to rush over and lay on hands, everyone?
Well, you've still got Flab in your face, but the wizard would like to leave in exchange for his life. Will you permit him?
Yeah, I don't have anything.
Great. He runs off.
There's no grudges here.
Great. Then that will bring us to Corrie. Because you are still in a fight with Flab.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Luthien, you are.
Good old Flab.
Flab has charged over to you, and he's got two hands up in the air. He's very angry and very distressed. Because everyone's dead around him, and he doesn't like the blood.
Stand down.
How do I do that?
Just stop. I'm just gonna run.
He
I'm
lets
sort of stuck
he
on the
just
barrel
puts his
of the
hands up, and then he sort of, do I run away too?
If you want,
Wait, my blanket's inside. Can I get that?
do as you will.
Okay, he goes running inside to get his blanket. He comes out with a blanket and a really pretty silver candelabra and goes running off down the street.
Totally fine.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, guys, stop there. That is the end of combat. I will let you lay on hands for 1 point each for now, just to simplify. We'll just spend 3. And I need to give out some XP. I didn't actually think you guys could win this fight.
Dying?
Yeah.
Ye of little
You're not
faith,
dead.
didn't
You're
we?
not dead.
Think we
Well, without some odd. No, that was also a bit of a.
Come
I
on,
know
straight.
This was fucking close,
MVP.
and I did try and kill you guys, but I kept missing fucking Pietro's mage armor.
Yeah.
It is 1,200 experience points, but you can add another
exactly
250
what we already have.
because you rescued the cat, which is what you would have got with quest.
So 250 and then 1200.
So it's 1450.
Oh,
Not enough.
Okay. There is a single dagger / short sword on the ground that can be extended into a long sword as well. It's a dagger, short sword, and long sword that belongs
fanciful.
to Skins, which is the boss's name. You didn't get that, but that's fine. There is also a great club of walloping. I don't think this is on D&D Beyond.
Awesome.
But yeah, and there are 2 +1 daggers. If you wish to search these guys' bodies
Lair.
and or their lair, on their bodies you will find 37 gold pieces in total.
Wahahaha.
And inside their lair you will find 100 gold pieces and a small pile of stolen jewelry.
Ooh, could I try and sneak some of the jewelry into my grubby little
Yeah, we'll
claws?
say that we'll say you can have 3 you can find the pile of stolen jewelry, and you can take out 3 of the items before letting the rest of them find it.
I just want a ring to wear.
There is also a small locked chest that doesn't appear to have any opening of any sort, so there's nothing to lockpick. You can just take that with you guys for now, and we can deal with that next week.
Okay.
The club and the sword I will give to you in the off period. I think we will go straight into MVPs. It is worth noting you may go to the inn immediately because you are dying. Can I assume you return to Brushstroke Bed and Breakfast? Oh no, you're going to want to return to Oliver first. Return Oliver first.
give the cat
Okay,
back.
so we'll pick up with you on 3 or 4 hit points. If you want to dole out some more healing during the off period, we can.
Yeah,
But
whatever.
we will come to the Towners tradition of MVPs. And I guess I'll take the obvious, which is Chaos Ball. I mean, it just it bounces. Oh, it bounces. Oh, it bounces.
Incredible.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
And the second action, just the whole final turn was just shenanigans. Just shenanigans. I love this wild magic sorcerer. You could have been a sheep.
You could have.
Mark, you're
I mean, I'm glad I used that thing.
Mine was when we were talking to Grom about getting work, and Boxxo was just trying to ask him if he would like to do sort of work. And I don't know if it was just Boxxo being Boxxo or if Josh didn't catch it, but you describing Ellie having to
pour herself out in a room, and you're just going, "Do you want to do that?
Would you like that type of work?"
Yes, it was
absolutely killed me.
That completely.
Yeah, because basically he said Ellie has a room at the inn where she gets a room of her own, but she has to share it with a bunch of other people, and sometimes they're not very nice.
I thought, in my naive head, I just thought, they were other workers who were just assholes.
No. Ellie got out because she's a whore. Yes, would you like to do that, little tiny elfin boy? Joe, your MVP.
Well, obviously the insanity of the fight. It's almost like I don't feel fair about it or something, but it's still awesome that it was that it worked because we were gonna die.
Josh keeps complaining that I don't try and kill you guys, and I'm like, I do. It just doesn't work.
I feel now like you tried so hard that I feel bad if you wanted us to reboot campaigns. We can still do that.
No, I was genuinely sitting there during that fight going, what am I going to do if they all die? How are we going to carry on? If this is a TPK, what am I going to... But I'd like to at least have managed to kill one of you. Because you just took the fight. I was like, here's 14 guys, including a guy with a magic sword, and you were like, yeah, we fight.
We do. We fight.
Anyway, I will give my actual MVP to a thing that happened earlier in the session, which was Josh is just trying to talk to this guy. I think it's mostly Josh, and you went so far to just to demonstrate how relentlessly downtrodden everything is. There's no fruit down here. I just thought that was just so specific. No, I deny anything good could possibly be in this area.
I just meant there are no fruit trees because you said that the fruit grows on trees. He went, there's no fruit here except for the mango boat. But yes, it is. It's not even particularly downtrodden. It's just no fruit. Josh, your MVP.
I think I'm gonna give it to... Oh man, all the good ones are taken. I don't know, all the good ones are taken.
Okay, we'll skip you and come back to you. Jack.
All the good ones are kind of taken, but just a little thing, another thing that I think was one of the solutions being the kid was it was hey Josh, here's a solution. The kid can just go work for these guys. I know they don't seem, but he wanted to work on a boat, and it's
Yep.
He could have been a skinner. That's actually reputable work. But they also do some because Josh is so relentless in his no, I have to uphold my standards and the word I'm looking for, but
lawfulness.
Lawfulness. It's just nah, fuck that. I love that. Yeah, it's not an option.
Rico.
So when we got to this hideout place and the door got slammed in our faces the first time, in my head I was already preparing for the B&E, and we're gonna stealth up and try to find this cat. And then I'm
Rico, me too.
The wheels are just turning in my head, and then all of a sudden Jack's just I'm gonna pry the door off its hinges, and I was just like, what?
Yeah. When he said that, I was like, this is going south real fast. I didn't think you guys could possibly.
I was like, whoa.
I'm a loose cannon. You gotta rein me in.
Just to let you guys know, this was a fair fight for a group of 4 level 11s.
Wow.
Right?
Or
This,
five
you
level
should
five.
not be able to win this. And I don't even think like it was that I've given you too many magical items because you didn't use any of them at all. I think the tidal stone gave you one disadvantage, but in general, like
the animation. Ring of animation.
yes, but even then it got half a round, right? You got a few attacks, you missed most of them, and then you went down. And the enemies had magical item, a magical item, two technically, because you had the sneak
strong
dagger
one.
as well. Yeah, and used all the charges in his magic missiles one to stop this silly bless going on. Just a couple of extra MVPs. The tankards being left immediately after purchase in the tavern because he seemed upset. The
had to grease the guy,
absolute
man. Come on.
outcry when she offered you pie, and I could just see Mark going, "Not the pie!" with his mic muted, which was great. And also just a little bit of credit to you, Mark, for just not participating in that fight at all after the first round and being okay with it. Yeah, that's it's not nice when you don't get to play. But at least you didn't get to die. That's nice. But yeah, unless Josh, there is anything else you would like to add?
No.
Okay, that is where we're going to end. If you guys would like to say goodbye,
Bye.
Bye.
we shall see you soon.